is up, my beautiful gemstones? Welcome to our favorite night of the week here on the Gemma Jade channel, Wednesday nights live intuitive oracle. Sorry, I just took my medicine. It got like stuck on my tooth. So welcome everybody. So good to see you all. And thank you so much for coming in and showing your support as always. As always. Arisha. I knew Lotus, you took the words right out of my mouth. It was like, dang, you beat your 20 there 2 weeks in a row now. What's up, ladies? And Edna, what's up, girl? Bat Mom. What? Bat Mom says, hello, everyone. I'm trying to stand in one spot with my one leg pointed to my right, my left arm above my head, and I'm covered in foil just to get some internet coverage. What is going on? Why are you having that issue? I know I have the internet issues that I have because I kept running my mouth to write and being like, I don't understand why you're paying so much for our cable. Nobody watches cable. Just get basic internet. It's super cheap and we'll be fine. I didn't realize that basic super cheap internet would affect me. I don't know why I didn't realize that. I guess because I expect companies to like uphold a high standard of quality regardless of what they're doing, but yeah, it's pretty crappy. So at least I have an excuse. What's going on with you? Because you weren't always like that, right? It wasn't always like that. Where I live though, my 5G phone only has 4Gs. I don't know what a G is. I don't know what that really means, but Melissa Nicole, you really need this today. Then stick around, chick. Stick around. Unidentified S4, what is up? I hope you're still in here. You were in here earlier. Anyone that needs a reading or wants a reading but has to leave early for any reason, let us know and we will either bump you up or most likely put a timestamp in the description box. Josephine Van Dam, nice to see that you're here. Blue Crossroads, what up? Been a long, hot day for me. So nice to be sitting here in the house cooking off and checking out some chat. Does that mean barbecuing? Is that what cooking off is? Are you barbecuing? Are you grilling? Eris, Manna, hiya. New England Dirt Roadie. What's up, honey? Richard Elmore. Baby UFO. Baby UFO. So I offered to do a July oracle reading for you, but I wanted to focus it more on your love life. And what I didn't realize when I offered to do that is that I do not have my love oracle decks here. So fear not, because I have tarot and I'm going to give you a tarot reading. You're the last one that I have to do. I will get it done tomorrow and then I will email it to you. So I had more than double the amount of readings this month than I normally do, which is why it took me so long. And I only just finished the rest of them today. So New England Dirt Roadie, that's where my screen was when I was just starting this stream. Why do all chicken coops only have 2 doors? And I'm thinking, and I just, like, I don't know. I was trying to think of a funny or like a good answer. I can't figure it out. Smoochy hates old age, just saying. Nut slap, hola. Yeah, and yes, we had a lot of early birds tonight. Vixen Doe, hey, sweetie. Oh, don't worry, Lotus. My hair looks like yours. I love it. I wish there was more gray on this side. That's just kind of how the hairpiece fell this time. Sometimes but it really depends how I put it up here. I love the gray. I really do. I think it looks great. If my gray hair grew in like this, like nice and chunky, like its highlights, I would keep it. I mean, I wouldn't even dye it. I have one that's black and I loved the black one so much. And my mom loved it. I wore it to RJ's graduation. Even Ray complimented it, that's a big deal. So I was like, let me get another one in case this one gets ruined. Of course, I ordered dark brown and gray, but still looks the same. I'm digging it. It does look a little uneven because there's more gray on the one side. But again, that's kind of how it fell because really it's just supposed to be like this. And then people can see it from behind. So, oh, there we go. That looks a little more even. I don't know why I mess with them. Alrighty, let's see who else. Then we'll bring in the man of the hour, Nick Y. What's up, Nikki? Because if they had 4 doors, come on. Because if they had 4 doors, they'd be chicken sedans. I do like that one. White streaky chunks like that looks darker than it ever has since it turned white. I love it. I love this look. Mike Roberts, he says, hello, beautiful. I was just thinking about you because I heard you sent me a Facebook message. I will go in and check it, but I'm going to like check it and like get in and get out because I hate Facebook Messenger, as you guys know. But I did receive your message, but I received it, just a few minutes ago because I was writing all day and I wasn't paying attention to my phone. Let's bring in the man of the hour.
I'm not the man of the hour. Hello, everybody.
That's what the man of the hour would say if he were the man of the hour.
Blue, try this stuff. It is basically a liquid IV.
That's what it's called, liquid IV.
Yep. Stuff is really good. I'm waiting for my water to thaw out so I can put some in. I'm about to. I do one in the morning.
Oh, that's a drink? It looked like lotion.
No, you just pour. It's a powder. You pour it in just like a bottle of water and shake it up. This is Concord Grape. Cool. It's pretty good. The lemon's not bad. The strawberry lemonade or something they got is pretty good.
Literally.
Hello, dear.
Yeah. I'm going to check it out. I'm just going to drink some of my water, though, from my badass Gemma Jade cup.
Yeah, mine's got to be cleaned.
Available on drivecreations.com. By the way, there was a teeny tiny little glitch as far as ordering the shirts. It's all fixed. We've had over 2,000 views and only like 1 or 2 purchases, guys. So what are you waiting for? Get on it. Get on it. It looked like a lotion tube. I don't know. Whatever. All right. I have a new deck today. I just got it. It's called The Signs of the Times. And it's actually a really cute deck. I chose it because I knew it would be a little bit more simplistic than most of the decks. And we could have some fun with it. So with all that being said, let's just get started. Let's just jump right in.
Now, guess who's first? She's been beating everybody here the last 2 weeks.
Miss Arisha. Let's use Signs of the Times. Let's see.
Hello, Arisha.
I have the gift boxes I'm sending you in Lotus. I'm waiting for a couple more little things to come in, but they should be all coming in at once. So then I've got to cleanse them and clear them and all that before I send them out. So, Arisha, I just saw your message today, your comment under one of the videos. If you message me, like text me what areas of your back are hurting, yes, I will do my best to send you charged crystals. And like I said, if I can't do it, or if I feel like I'm not going to be able to do it enough, to really make it work for you, I'm sure Lara wouldn't mind doing it. Nicole Prone, what's up, girl? Lower back. I got you.
I got a hammer.
I remember looking all of that up when Edna was having her back problems because I thoroughly intended to send her a gift box. And then time just gets away from me, guys. You don't understand how many plans I make on a weekly basis for the simplest things. And I never get them done because I'm like, work, gotta work, gotta make money, gotta work, gotta get this done.
Hello,
yes,
Angie.
Yes, Angie, you sure can. All right, let's see what's up here. She said, go for it, Ghost Dragon, please. All right. You got angel numbers, the card of confirmation. These cards are adorable. I really, the author is, or I don't know if it's the author or the illustrator. She may be both. Cover design and illustration by Crystal Banner as well. So Crystal Banner, an experienced intuitive artist and creator, passionate about making self-discovery accessible and spirituality more inclusive. So awesome. Every time she gets on, her phone blows up. All right. So, Arisha, repeating numbers are among the most recognizable symbols of the universe that are speaking directly to us. Once you start to notice an angel number, it becomes difficult to ignore, whether it be the building number 1111 or a receipt for 333 from the gas station. Each pattern of numbers has its own individual message, but overall, the numbers are signs of synchronicity and alignment in your life. They tend to show up as confirmation that you're not imagining the signs you're picking up all around you. This card is an indication you're on the right path. There are many different instances in which angel numbers can speak to you, including the time on the clock, license plate numbers, phone numbers, and even more. Listen to your intuition, Arisha, as you could be receiving critical guidance about the road ahead of you. The universe is guiding and supporting you in your journey, and the synchronicities are a constant reminder. Trust that you're exactly where you need to be. Additional meanings. There's no need to worry. Continue your path forward. You are a light worker, and trust your instinct. So yeah, I would definitely, I talk about synchronistic numbers, angelic numbers all the time. I don't necessarily always believe they're coming from our angels, but I do believe they're coming from our spirit team, and our angels are a part of that. Mine for the last 3 years or so is 1, 2, 3, 4. And that specific number I have come to find and learn a lot about it. And it's that I'm on the right path. Be patient because I am following my chart. Now, you may know what number this is for you, or you may not have noticed it yet. But I'm telling you, it's going to start popping up now that you're going to be paying more attention. It's like you're not going to be able to help it. I find that we start noticing numbers like this, Arisha, when we may be second guessing some choices, or when we may be very worried about something going on in the near future, or worrying that something's going to go wrong with something, or whatever the case may be. I would say no matter what numbers you're seeing, always stay focused and know that you are on the right path for you, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be thriving. You wouldn't be succeeding, right, in the things that you're trying to do. We fail for a myriad of reasons, but a lot of the time when we keep trying the same thing and failing, even though it seems like it's in our best interest, it's not like, like in recovery, they say don't keep relapsing. It's not like that. Like, we're trying to do good things for ourselves. We're trying to create better lives for ourselves, but yet we fail and fail and fail. And that's because it wasn't meant to be. We are not meant to be in that place at that time. Okay. So this is just more confirmation. I want to say too, a message that I got right when I pulled this card for you is don't always worry about the numbers. This card itself is a sign that you're on the right path. And there are going to be many other signs and synchronicities, not just numbers, that you're going to start noticing. And the universe doesn't so much want you to focus on them. It's kind of like acknowledge them, feel good about it, and keep moving forward. Don't let anyone or anything make you second guess yourself in the next week or two. I do feel like that could be a little bit of an issue. Okay. A little bit of an issue with you second guessing, and you turn to the wrong person for advice. And that person's like, yeah, you don't need to work today. You could just blow off all your orders and responsibilities and sit on the couch and eat couch pizza with me or something. Like, you don't want to be asking people. You wouldn't ask your hairstylist to channel spirit for you. And you certainly wouldn't ask me to like fix your car, right? You want to go to the right professionals for the right things, just like you want to go to the right friends, the right family members for the right questions and the right moments in your life. Yeah. Mike Roberts, I'm so glad you made it. And like Nutsock said, we're your GPS. Let, your compass point toward this stream, or so many of us in here, when you're feeling lost like that. Okay. Dude, do what a lot of other people do and just send me a 10-page text and just let it out. I don't give unasked for unsolicited advice. I don't judge. And I very rarely even have the time to get back to anyone immediately. So, seriously, don't be so lost that you move away from what can help you possibly be even just a little bit more found again.
Mike, next time you get like that, call me. I'll come up there and you can just beat the shit out of me and get it over with. Sorry, hon.
You've never had couch pizza? Neither have I. I saw it in an episode of Family Guy. He's like, did you just eat couch pizza? And he's like, yeah. He found the pizza in the couch. The slice of pizza. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, I knew what you're talking about.
Lotus Girl, I am going to use the same deck for you. Your phone's broken. Okay, so then we'll be using Facebook Messenger until then.
You can't hurt me, Mike. Believe me, people try. But if you pull my tail, I might cry.
Never give up. Phrases, motivation. Card number 24. Lotus girl, look around you and see how you can be motivated and inspired by quotes and phrases that appear on walls, billboards, t-shirts, etc. Whether you're handed a bag that says "Have a nice day" on your way out of the grocery store, or see an inspirational quote reading "Never give up." These words can motivate you at a time when you may not even realize you need it. This card encourages you to incorporate affirmations into your life as a way of positive reinforcement, to be your own cheerleader. It's time to overcome any conscious or subconscious blocks or doubts. If there is something you are trying to pursue, create affirmations that are aligned with those goals. You are great at that. Some of the affirmations that I use in my own personal life daily have come from you. Post quotes that speak to you online or on the refrigerator in the kitchen, or create a vision board. Believe in your ability to create the life you desire by speaking it into existence. Additional meanings: messages have been sent to you via words, phrases, and songs. Find inspiration in your surroundings. Your projects are supported by the universe. Create your own personal list of affirmations to keep you on track. Identify what motivates you, and confirmation. So again, what are you looking to do with your life? We talked about a hobby that you could be looking into making money off of, or a business you may be thinking of starting. And I know life gets in the way, and I tried to start that business, failed epically, and kind of just gave away my inventory. Why did I do that? Because I felt like you guys still needed what I had to offer, even if I wasn't in a position to professionally sell it, right? I did make something of it. The universe is saying, like, keep trying, keep pushing forward, don't give up, never give up. And just like with angelic numbers, and this is one of the other things I was saying to Arisha, don't just look at the numbers. Find motivation, find inspiration, find, what is it? I just said it. Find meaning, this is so annoying. Find that the universe has your back through things like song lyrics. You ever just be sitting there and, like, for instance, you're having a really great day, you got a promotion at work, and a song that you've never heard before, or one that you know well, comes on the radio about having a great day and getting promoted at work, and it's like, oh wow, like, how coincidental. No, it's not a coincidence, it's synchronistic. Okay, you are being backed by the universe. You're on the right path. Just don't give up. I feel like in the next week or two, there could be some discouraging things that maybe are said, particularly from people who have no idea what they're talking about. But also, you may get a little, start becoming a little hard on yourself, get a little down on yourself, because maybe you feel like it's not happening the right way, or maybe you feel like it's not happening quick enough. Just stick at those affirmations, stick to them, girl, and don't give up, because whatever this little plan that you have, or this big plan, whatever this business is, I was reading the chat. I always get side bombed by the chat. It's definitely in line with your future, with your present and your future. And you're going to look back and be like, why didn't I do that sooner? Just like so many of us do when we finally find our real life path. You've done for everyone else, Tennille. It's time for you to start doing for Tennille. Thank you, Eris.
Yes, I apologize.
Thank you, everyone. You started a dangerous and bad precedent, Stephen.
I know, but it's typical of me.
You know what, guys? Every little thing, there are people in the background here that are in this stream that are not talking to anyone, that are not Gemma Jade supporters, and who report every tiny little thing that we do. Every single one of Stephen's streams are reported for misinformation, or, and we're not even, every time I go in and I ask for a review and a human being actually watches it, then I always get back to full monetization. So there is someone here trying to get me in trouble for things. So let's just not get for a reason.
Did they do it again last Friday and Saturday?
Yes, both of them. Mm-hmm.
Really?
They're not doing Lara's anymore. Afternoon Talk didn't get it, but every one of these, every Wednesday night, you get it.
I know who it is.
Well, I actually found a way. I'm waiting for someone to get back to me with the proper contact information to actually get someone at YouTube who I can report this person to. And I found out that this person, these people, have also been doing this to several other content creators. Yep. And if all of us report them and YouTube finds that it's true, they're going to face some very significant consequences. Who's next? Aunt Edna?
Yep.
Aunt Edna, let's let's go with deep, dark, and dangerous.
I always did like Poser. What a great name. You're a poser.
Puts Hex on the lame poser. So, baby UFO, you have some good news, huh? Oh, and Sci-Fi Master, if you are listening, I did not forget. I know it was 2 weeks ago. Sci-Fi Master asked me to help him with something. This is how backed up I am, guys. Okay. And my Wi-Fi looks like it's going wonky. If it keeps doing that, I'm going to have to get up and unplug things from the TV, which I didn't do. So let me know if I start breaking up or looking crazy. So Nicole, what they're doing is if there's nothing bad said and there's no misinformation spread in the stream, they report me for misinformation. If we violate any of the community standards or guidelines, which some, you can say heck, you could say darn, even if you say the SHIT or the B word or something by accident, and it kind of slips out. When a human being sees that, they can see that it was an accident. They see that it was apologized for and we moved on from it. But the people are like, oh, someone cursed, reports me for violating standards. And then what happens is I get what they call limited monetization, which means my video is no longer considered ad friendly. And I don't lose a ton of money because I don't make a ton of money. I lose enough that it affects me at the end of the month. And they just keep doing it. They say it's offensive to try to get it so I can't make any money. But the thing is, once you request a review, it takes 3 to 4 days. They don't get back to you and tell you that they did the review and that, they don't get back to you and tell you that why is one card upside down? That was weird. That they did the review and you're good to go. They just put you back to full monetization without even emailing you or anything like that. And in those 3 to 4 days while you're waiting, you're at limited monetization. They don't give you back the monetization you lost, like the funds you lost, the ad revenue you lost. You're just beat out of it. So They are getting me because they're getting me 3 to 4 days of, that's when the most people come in, is the first 3 to 4 days after the video is posted. They're losing me a lot of revenue. And I was thinking of going back and doing it to them. I really was. And then I found out that I can actually report them. And if YouTube finds that they are doing this to people, because if they look at all of these videos, it's been going on for like 6 months now. And I mean, every single stream almost. And they see that it's the same people over and over again reporting me for misinformation when I'm not spreading any, or reporting me for violations that weren't in the video, they can actually be deplatformed.
They can get it taken away. No more YouTube.
Yeah, they give you a setting for 18 and over and still censor the crap out of you. Absolutely. But that's the America we live in. Yeah. And like I said, I'm pretty sure we know who's doing it. I would like to tell YouTube that I'm fairly certain. I don't want to say I'm 100% sure it's these people, because then if I'm wrong, I look like the a-hole. But that's what I figured. I'm like, you know what? Let's just get them in trouble the right way. What they get out of it is, one of them I used to be very close to, and that person knows how important it is right now for me, for like every single dime that I can make, because I don't make a lot, and it's how I support myself and my son, and it's my livelihood. So because of his girlfriend's jealousy against me, simply for existing, I've never even done anything with this man. I guess because he used to like me or something. I don't know. She decided to start this whole campaign against me, but in the shadows, not out in public, because out in public, there are these two, really sweet, kind, loving, amazing faces on the platform. Karma. It's spelled Karma, and it's pronounced haha F-U, and I love when it comes around. And you got Hecate, the card of illumination, card number 21, the dark card. Luisa's life, what's up, girl? Madison Teague, hello. All right. Seek and you shall find. Sometimes you need to travel through darkness to find the real treasure. Almost anything worth doing takes time. Move off the crossroads. It's time to make a considered decision. Keep your focus on your purpose. Do not wander off the path. Excuse me. For a long time, the so-called dark goddess got a bad rap. People thought if a goddess was of the dark or looked a certain way, like scary, then they were evil or nasty. The Christianization of certain mythos twisted many stories as well, in particular those deities, usually female, who were perhaps magic makers, sorceresses, too independent or feisty, who were remade into evil and dangerous spirits. Stories of Circe, Kali, Morgan Le Fay, and Medusa are examples as to, and so, why did I say as to? And so when we look at a complex figure such as Hecate, it's important to understand that paradoxically, a dark deity can actually be an illuminator. And Hecate is the goddess of witches. Oh, Mike, thank you so much. You didn't have to. I actually did your reading today, and I said that in the beginning of it, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. When Persephone was taken by Hades into the underworld and Zeus and Demeter negotiated for her return, it was her friend, the goddess Hecate, who lit torches for her friend to guide her home. Persephone was allowed to return home for half the year, and she was guided through the darkness on her return by Hecate and her torches. From that time, Hecate became Persephone's guiding companion, Propolos serving or attending on her journey to and from the underworld. Similarly, in 340 BCE, the greatest general of the age, Philip II of Macedon, was ready to complete the attack on the Byzantines and their allies the Athenians, after a lengthy siege of the walls of Byzantium. It was a dark and wet, moonless night, and Philip thought that this would be the perfect undercover foil for a final push and surprise attack on the city. His troops prepared for an assault on the city and were very confident of their own success. Happily for the Byzantines, the patroness of the city, Hecate, favored nights such as this too, and she was watching. As Philip's soldiers began forming their attack, Hecate lit her bright torches in the inky heavens. This unexpected bright light awoke all of the watchdogs of the town, and they began to loudly bay and bark. The garrison was awoken, and they foiled Philip's attack. This was the turning point in the siege. To thank Hecate, the city erected a special statue to her, referred to as the Lampadiphorus, torchbearer. It was erected on a hill above the Bosphorus Sea to commemorate Hecate's defensive aid. Hecate literally carries the torch, even though she stands in the opaqueness at a crossroads or under a moonless night sky. Yet she carries the torch when she is striding through the darkness of the deep underworld. Yet she is actually lighting the way for all of us. Your plant companion in the next week or two is garlic, and your crystal companion, moonstone. All right? Fairly easy gemstone. Most of us have moonstone. Well, I wouldn't say most of us, but a lot of us. I know. Eris, you just, you're just more blunt than most people. That's all.
I like Eris.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. All my gemstones are different and in so many different ways. And I think that's what makes this chart so beautiful, is that we are all so incredibly different, from different backgrounds, different places, different upbringings, different races, it doesn't matter. Like, we all just get along. And that's why I'm so proud of this stream. And I feel like definitely something coming to light, right? The illumination of something in the next week or two. I do feel like, despite your mega intuition and your ability to really intuit and interpret what's going on around you before anyone has to say anything, like you kind of feel the energy out like most of us do, I do feel like this is going to catch you by surprise. And I don't feel like it's a positive thing, but I feel like once this is finally come to light, you can be like, oh, or you're going to be like, well, you know what? To look on the bright side, don't have to deal with that person anymore. So say it's someone that you like, and this is just a crazy example. You let someone move into your house that you didn't really know that well, and you really started getting along with them. They became like a good friend to you. Something seemed off every once in a while, and like maybe some people were telling you that the person was bad, the person wasn't good, and you defended them. You defended them to the bone. You were like, no, I would feel that if this person was no good. You find out they really are no good, and you have to kind of eat a little crow. But I think at this point in your life, after everything you've been through, you're just going to kick them out of your house and be like, you know what, that hurt a little bit, but I should have listened to the people that I trusted. And I feel like that's going to be the lesson. I don't see you really losing anything except maybe, some of your pride. And I don't see it having any long-standing effects. I do feel some disappointment coming in. But now that light is shed on whatever this is or whoever this is, I feel like a part of you is going to be so relieved that it's actually going to end up being a good thing. Like, who wants false relationships and false friends in their life, right? we're all too old for that. I don't care how old you are, you're too old for that because it shouldn't be happening. Okay, so take it for what it's worth. And it doesn't mean don't trust people going forward. It doesn't mean, that your intuition's any less than what it was. It just means you were wrong about this particular person and or situation or opportunity, whatever it was. But I don't see it having like long-term effects. I would say take the next week or two to really start paying attention to the people around you. And you may even be able to sniff this out yourself without, through that lens, right, of knowing that someone is deceiving you or you're in some sort of deceptive situation where you don't have to even wait for someone else to expose this person. You're so welcome. So guys, next Thursday, RJ is going to be 5 years old. We're having cake and presents here for him at the house. Like a cake that I'm making for him, an Oreo cake. And then Sunday is his party at Chuck E. Cheese because Friday is Ray's birthday. So Thursday's Archie's birthday, Friday's Ray's birthday, Chuck E. Cheese party on Sunday the 16th. And then Tuesday the 18th is my mom's birthday. So Monday the 17th, we're going to the biggest water park in my most favoriteest place, Wildwood, New Jersey, on the boardwalk. And it's just going to be an amazing day. And we're all going to have a ton of fun. So lots of stuff coming up next week. July is a big month for me, a big financially burdenous month, but a great month. And so I'm sending him to school with cupcakes and goodie bags. And then we're doing the Chuck E. Cheese thing on Sunday. So it's going to be fun.
And I'm stuck on my chain.
Right, Melissa? It's like I've been talking about him ever since I got on YouTube. There's my baby. Can you believe it? Like 5 years old already. And I've been doing this since he was like about 2, I think is when I started. Maybe even a little bit younger. I want to show you guys this pyrite piece I got as well. I don't know if I showed this to y'all yet. And then the Bangley bracelet from Miss Shauna. Snatch them up and set them straight. That's what I'm saying. Who's next?
The Bat Mom. I'm going to do a timestamp since she's having problems. Just in case she doesn't get to hear it. She moved, and it was worse when she moved.
All right, Bat Mom, I'm going to use the... Yeah, but that stinks because then she can't hang out.
I know.
Going to the library for their birthdays. No, you get to be a kid again, And these are all things that I wish that I could have done with my other kids that I never really had the chance to. So I'm kind of making it up. Thank you so much, guys. I'm making it all up now.
I didn't have birthdays. They didn't let me come to birthday parties either because I always burnt everything down when I tried to blow the candles out.
I had great birthdays up until I was 10. Then I remember like coming home and there was like a note on the table, like, have a great birthday. See you in a few days. And I'm like, oh okay.
The last birthday party I remember was here at the house. I would turn 10. And one of the kids that showed up got in a fight with me. And I broke his nose on the plastic pool out in the backyard because he wouldn't leave it. Oh, we were going at it.
So, honestly, I love the library, so that wouldn't have been a bad thing for me. I would have been like, yeah, I spent most of my time there anyway. Oh,
actually, I'm still at the library probably 2 times a week.
And Edna, that's awesome. I was looking at Moldavite Herkimer pendants. They're a little pricey for me, but man, they're beautiful. I'm so backwards because I can see it, but it's a backward image, obviously. Okay. Bat Mom, you got the fish bowl in the upright position. Are you swimming in a fishbowl, watching everyone outside of it truly living life? What are you afraid of, Bat Mom, that you won't be able to function out there? Or perhaps it looks too scary or dangerous or even strange? Remember, we are here to have a human experience, to touch other people in big and small ways. If we are always isolated or quote unquote safe in our own spaces, then we lose out on the beauty of the universe. Reiterate to yourself today that you will have an honest and authentic human experience, and no two humans or experiences are exactly alike. This is the beauty of mingling and leaping out of the water. Imagine the adventures you could have if you just get out of the fishbowl and really connect on a genuine human level. If you are always experiencing life from your fishbowl, then you'll never know some of the most amazing things can happen. By staying put, you limit your own human experience. The fishbowl will always be there to welcome you back, but the sea is big and vast. It's time to put on those flippers and take a swim into new waters. Yeah, Batmom, I feel as though this is talking about social isolation, but I mean, we all do that. We talk about it all the time in here that like we're the most self-isolated people that we know. But I feel like in the next week or two, there's a real need for you to get out and start, even if you don't meet lifelong friends, right? Get out and meet new people. I feel like there's something going on in your life that you just cannot handle. And not that you can't handle it, like you're breaking down or like losing out. Just that like maybe you don't have the right words to say in this particular situation, or you've tried everything you know how to do and you don't know what to do anymore. I feel like you're really missing out on some very unique and extremely helpful perspectives by not putting yourself out there and just getting listen, if you don't want to meet someone new, I always suggest, listen guys, people aren't going to fall into your lap. Opportunities may fall into your lap, but only if you're out working towards those opportunities, right? You can't lay in bed all day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and expect that you're going to wake up one morning and the love of your life is going to be in bed with you. Okay? Like you have to put active effort into living in order to be able to live your life and in order to receive from the universe. So even if you don't want to, I always suggest take yourself out to eat. If you can socially drink, more power to you. Go out and have a drink or two at a bar and just start talking to the person next to you. What's the worst that could happen? They could walk away. Who cares? You don't know them anyway. You're probably never going to see them again. If that doesn't work for you and you're just like, ooh, Gemma, I can't see myself doing that, reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Reach out to someone that you know fairly well through social media. Do it over the computer. You are missing a perspective on this, some insight that could really help you through whatever this is that you are never going to receive or hear if you don't kind of broaden your horizons a little bit, broaden your circle of friends, family, and trusted loved ones. Shelly Montgomery, so nice to see you.
Melissa's next, hon.
You got to cut down on the natty.
Natty the baddie.
Melissa, what can we do for you?
Natty and Squatches don't mix.
Smooch, you'd be proud of me. I got a Sasquatch shirt. I forgot to take it out of my closet. Maybe when I get up. And you know what I say to that New Englander, Rhodey? Like when people are like, oh, you're so proud of being a wife and mother. Why are you on social media and why aren't you making your husband a sandwich? And it's like, oh, does my husband want a sandwich? Are you like, I don't think there's anything wrong with making my husband is he hungry? I mean, do you know something I don't? Did he tell you that he wants I don't get the whole sandwich thing. I mean, I get it as a joke, and I know that you're saying it as a joke, but that's become so common for people as like an insult to women. And maybe some women are insulted by it, and I understand how they could be. But for me, it's like, oh, you like, what kind of sandwich do you want? Are you good? You know, like I don't get that. But I don't get a lot of what's going on nowadays out in the world. So.
Usually I'm the one that gets up and makes the sandwiches.
No, I was raised in, believe it or not, a traditional household in the way of the man went to work every day and supported and provided for the family, and the woman stayed home and cooked and cleaned. And
that's
even to this day,
dad.
If my washing machine worked, Ray would not be going to do the laundry. Before my washing machine broke down, and I do blame him for that, so that's why I make him go and do the laundry. I don't make him. I ask him to go do it, and I thank him when he does it. He didn't even know sometimes like where his towels were for his bathroom because I would always replace them, or I pull. Like, that's just for me. I just enjoy that. And that doesn't mean that everybody has to enjoy that. But for me, telling me to go make my husband a sandwich and thinking it's going to be an insult, not you, New England Dirt Roadie, but people have said it in the comments of my videos. That's not insulting to me. Does he want a sandwich? I mean, like I said, do you know something I don't? I'm good with that. Shelly Montgomery in the house. We missed you. You know who else I missed? Tracy Tritton, darling. Deb, I wonder, like, I'm so self-conscious that I worry sometimes if, like, did I inadvertently offend one of them, or did I hurt
Didn't
their
she just
feelings?
get married too?
She did, but I was speaking to her regularly after that. And then all of a sudden, I mean, I can see just getting married, but even like with Tracy, the last time I spoke to her, like on a regular basis, I have this Jesus thing. It's a tin. It's a big 8x10 tin, and it just has from here down like this. And it says, I saw that, and I thought it was adorable. And I put it on Facebook, and she's like, oh, I really like that. I went out, I bought her one, I shipped it to her, and I don't know, like she said she liked it. And then I spoke to her one more time after that, and she said she just wasn't feeling good, but that she'd be back around soon. And I never heard from her again. So again, I say, I've got to reach out, but then I don't, because I don't have time. I just don't have time. What happened? Are you frozen?
No.
Oh, because you said, and then I just kept talking.
Twitches. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. Melissa, you got card number 32, Mama Killa. The card of the moon, so some secrets. Well, he can see there if he wants to.
He can see everything, honey.
If he wants to, sure. Empowerment message, because you got it in the upright position. Listen, this is what I tell people when I'm channeling, right? If Uncle Lou was kind of creepy in real life, he's going to be kind of creepy in spirit. So if you had to worry about Uncle Lou having a peephole in your bathroom when he was alive, you probably have to worry about him peeping on you when he's deceased. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. All right, Melissa, empowerment message. Mama Killa, the Incan goddess of the moon, presides over the power of cycles and seasons. The moon rules the night sky, returning full 13 times in 1 year. The ancients marked time by the moon to know when to plant, when to harvest, when to store food, and when to celebrate fertility. Right now, you are invited to see what is familiar and decide whether you need to improve on it or leave things as they are. The answer to your inquiry can be found in the timing of things and the cycle you're in. You can apply the idea of nature's cycles to relationships, creative projects, personal growth, and more. If you're honest with yourself, you'll see there is no way to control these cycles, only to use the creative energy they offer to help you. If your relationship is unclear yet brimming with potential, you might turn to the new moon energy that shows up in the spring cycle of life. In that case, you just need to allow the relationship to grow naturally and be clear in your intentions. When your outer world seems to be slowing down, with obstacles rising up and temporarily blocking your every move, don't put up a resistance to this. Instead, take advantage of the need to rest and recalibrate your intentions as you wait for the cycles to change. No matter what, like the cycles of the moon, there is divine order in everything that's happening in your life right now. Once you know this, the goddess Mama Killa welcomes you to her divine moon dance of co-creation. So, right, Nicole? Yeah, don't worry about it, Louisa. We got you, girl. So, all right. Melissa, I immediately, anytime I see a card that says the moon on it, there's secrets. There are secrets being kept. There are secrets being held. I don't feel like, just like with most of the time I pull a card that has something to do with secrets of the moon or the cycles, I feel like you're aware of what's going on and you're kind of just waiting to when it's actually going to be, put out there, like, someone's cheating on you. You can't prove it. You're like, go with the flow. You've been so convinced of it for so long. It's not even going to be a surprise. But at that point, you can act on it, right? And you kick them out. I don't know. I'm just using that as a silly example. But I also feel like what this card is saying is, are you staying in a comfort zone for the sake of comfort? Or are you staying in a comfort zone because you intuitively know that that's where you're supposed to stay right now? See, a comfort zone isn't always bad. Sometimes we understand that, or we should understand, hopefully, that if we feel trapped or stuck in a situation, as bad as it may be, it's simply because the universe hasn't moved for us yet. It's simply because whether we think we have or not, we have not learned all the lessons we're supposed to learn from that situation. And that's a horrible thing to think about when you're thinking about abusive relationships and things like that. But guess what? Even though it sounds horrible, guys, that doesn't make it any less true. And I feel like you could be feeling trapped in a particular cycle, or you could be feeling lost and confused about what to do next, where to go next, where you're supposed to be. There is something in your life that just feels very wrong right now, like an abusive relationship does. So whatever it is for you, it just feels like, why do I have to keep going through this? Like, I've learned so many lessons. I know what I want and what I don't want. This is me, by the way, me yelling at the universe. I know what I want and what I don't want. I've been through this long enough. I got it. I understand. But I really don't, because there's obviously something more that I would still be in that situation yelling those things, right? That is the message for you, Melissa, whether you go by the cycles of the moon or not. Okay, which I would say look into that, because it's something you can easily do. Understand that sometimes being stuck in a comfort zone, while it's painful for our humanity, it's actually very healing for our spirit. You may still have to learn a few more lessons before you're able to make it fully through this. Now, as long as you're progressing and moving forward, and as long as you're aware consciously that, this is not going to work out, we're just here, kind of as a holding space or whatever, then you're good to go. Don't get sucked back into the trap of the breadcrumbing by the narcissist. As soon as they feel that you've slipped out of their grasp, you have like this amazing day and you're like, oh my gosh, this person has suddenly, had a moment of clarity and they realize what they're losing. And then as soon as you fall for that, the very next day they are right back to the same BS, and that's confusing and that's hurtful and painful. So to not be sucked in by that kind of behavior as well. I don't know why I'm getting that message specifically, but I am. But you know what, honestly, Melissa, and that's obviously, like, if that's how you feel, then you're totally valid in feeling that way. But a lesson to learn is not to hate people like that, and to understand that he was a necessary evil in your life to make you the strong, beautiful, wonderful, prosperous, ever increasing, spiritually enlightened and awakened woman that you are going on to become because of all his crap. If it wasn't for him, you may not be as strong. You may not have, you may not be as determined to not ever go through that again. You may not be as wary of red flags, and you're much less willing, I'm sure, to ignore them now than you ever were, right? Would you be that way without having gone through it? It sucks. We waste our lives. But is it really a waste? Because we're becoming more nuts up. Like, I was just telling you guys what could get me in trouble. Then again, in his defense, okay, Nutslap, I should have thought before I spoke, because your name, by that standard, would be offensive.
It kind of defeats you yelling at him. That's why I said now.
Ralph and Cassie Francis.
Hello,
what's
Ralph.
up, boo? So Melissa, you're good. Just try to focus on the positive, even in the pain, and even through the pain. Okay.
I'll say something real quick. Hating never works out anyways. All it does is create more hate. Just like fighting and getting angry. The more angry you get, the more the situation worse it gets. So I always say sometimes just a simple slap in the face is the wake-up call. And sometimes that slap in the face may be a while of a slap, but
no, you can talk.
But sometimes that slap is what wakes you up enough to make you realize, hey, I'm done.
Did you guys hear that knocking?
Yes, I heard it. I thought somebody was there.
No, while I'm up, I'm going to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. I guess I'll go to music now. Yeah, it is a part of healing, and you get it done, you do it and get it over with, and you move on. But a lot of times, if you make it too much of a deal, it just makes it worse. You guys kill me. I love you guys so much. Hope I look good tonight. I tried. I was out cutting grass and weed eating. I just scrub off 50 pounds of sweat. And Ralph, hello, good sir. And everybody. And the next person will be Josephine. I know you're here, honey. So You're next. And then after Josephine will be Blue Crossroads. And then I don't know what's next after that. Eris. If he doesn't sneak in and out. Sneaky back. Friday will be chill and chat. Saturday is just, if you guys want more videos, we're going to do that. And then don't forget, I don't know what the deal is. When Gemma comes back, we'll ask about tomorrow night. I think it's a go. Laura wants to talk about Area 51. That should be cool. 20-pound cat in your lap. That's not a cat. That's a tiger. That's a miniature. What is that? Bobcat? Yeah, probably a little bit molested. More than that. Yes, the mosquitoes are real bad here too. So if you got standing water anywhere around your house, you better go around and empty it and dump it. Okay. Yeah, usually how it works, Blue. Wash the car and it rains. It's been off and on here. Everything's gone around us where I'm at. I live in that 270 bubble, so it seems like mosquitoes are terrible.
Okay. All right. Oh, my gut just looked really disgusting. Okay.
You're fine. You got you got a dragon shirt on. That makes up for everything.
I do. I have my dragon earrings in as well. I haven't worn the guys. I'm like, what am I gonna wear? Like, it's not that I have nothing to wear. It's that I have too much to wear. I just got 2 new shirts. I got a Sasquatch shirt, and I also have a shirt that says something like all the good ones are a little crazy or something. Temu, guys, I'm telling you, Temu clothes.
Hey, Pammy.
What's up, Pam Cakes? Anyone else that came in?
She just came in. Josephine is next.
Okay.
And she is here. She said hello. She let me know.
Josephine, I'm going to use the Journey of a Lonely Soul. And I still cannot figure out what Knights Templar deck Netter was talking about.
I can imagine you looking afterwards.
I was. And I think what it is the deck is probably one of the ones that's still at my mom's. That's why I'm going to have to, I'm not giving up on it. I've been thinking about it since last week. Like,
oh, you'll know it as soon as you see it too.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. It's not here. It's not one of the ones. I only have like 40 decks here. I have about 220 decks total. So maybe like 100. Maybe that's a way overestimation. If I really think about it, I probably have like 140.
Have a good night, Nicole. Miss Nicole.
Melissa Nicole, good night, sweetie.
Be safe.
All right, Josephine, you got Gardens of Bones.
And don't slip on any wet bacon.
Huh?
I told her not to slip on any wet bacon.
Oh. Oh, nice. Okay, Josephine. Free of any entanglements, her spirit floats into a new landscape quite alien to one used to trees and mists. It is a world of artifice, conceived in human minds and assembled by mortal hands. Her curious eyes map out the components of each tower, reaching to the heavens. When we find ourselves in a strange or unfamiliar place, the wise will seek to familiarize themselves with their new surroundings. It can be uncomfortable to feel out of one's depth. But if you're patient, you will see past all that is random or foreign to you and begin to discover that many intricate rules and systems that govern this and keep it humming. Nothing in this universe is entirely separate. Every single thing is in constant relationship with every single thing around it. People function similarly. Each of us is our own special maze of beliefs, customs, and desires. The secret is to set aside your own expectations and whatever your mind tells you should be there, and instead to open your mind to the truth. Make sense of a person by observing their actions and reactions. When you are finally filled with knowledge and fluent in the language of this moment, it'll be time for you to act and speak. Ask yourself, what are the bare facts of the situation, uncolored by emotion? What should you be paying closer attention to? Yeah, guys, facts don't care about your feelings. Okay? So, Josephine, the fact of the matter is, I feel like there's something that's really affecting you emotionally. So I don't know if it's making you angry, if it's really breaking your heart, whatever that emotion is. If you take a step back, I think you're going to see and you're going to find that whatever that's happening is not personal. Somehow it's coming up in your reading, because this is a lesson I feel that so many of us, myself included, need to learn. You know, when, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a silly example, you know, when the mail doesn't get delivered on time and you're waiting for something really important. I know for me, well, I've changed, but like maybe a year and a half ago, I would have been like, that damn mail person, you know, they don't want to do their jobs and they don't feel like delivering the mail because it's too hot out. Like, I would have gone on a tangent, and it wasn't personal. They didn't just choose Gemma Jade's house. First of all, the mail lady is my aunt, my blood relation. But I mean, you know, it's not a personal thing. It wasn't just me. None of my neighbors got their mail either. Or, you know, when I didn't get my second stimulus check, I was like, that's bogus. They're sending me messages saying I should be getting it, and I never got it. And everyone else got there. It wasn't personal. Thousands, if not millions of people didn't get it, right? That's just a crazy example. But Josephine, there's something happening here that I feel like you're taking way too personally. And sometimes the advice comes in harsh, guys, and understand that it's not me giving you advice. It's your own spirit team and its source, okay? The message I just heard, and it's bad. There's no way to say it except to say it. I don't think this person, either they don't know you at all, or they don't care enough to purposely go out of their way to do whatever this is to you. And I want you to take that as like, well, screw them then, right? If somebody shows you they don't care about you, believe them. Instead of wondering what you could do to make them care about you, to make them think about you more, honey, I'm the queen of it. I need everyone to like me. God forbid someone shouldn't like me. Oh my gosh, you know? I want everyone to think I'm doing so well and everyone to know what's in my heart, but not everyone's ever going to. I'm not for everybody. I've learned that very early on YouTube, that no matter how I try to please everyone, I'm not ever going to. There are going to be people that I just irritate. There are going to be people that don't agree with me. It doesn't matter. Like, you can have a channel of nothing but videos of cute little innocent puppies playing, and somebody will find an issue with it. I use that as an example. Like, you are not, everyone in your life right now is not on your side. They don't have your best interests at heart. And I feel like one person in particular, they're playing like I was just talking to Melissa about, they're playing the breadcrumb game. Okay. They're playing the game of, you know, let me just tell her I love her real quick so that she, you know, is thinking about me and not going out there trying to move on from this relationship that I'm still getting supply out of while I go and sleep with 47 other women and I'm telling them all the same thing. That's not exactly what this is, but it is something similar. Whatever is happening right now, it is not personal, but it is up to you what you take out of it and what you learn from it. And I'm telling you right now, you don't need your intuition to understand that there is at least one person in your life who does not care about you at all, and they only care about what they can get from you. Please, in the next week or two, this advice is going to be so important because I feel like you're going to get an opportunity to either confront this person with kindness and love. Remember, how you behave is your problem. The universe is watching. Your karma is how you behave. Other people's karma is how they respond and react, and vice versa, right? You're not in control of how anyone else responds or reacts, but you are in control of how you respond and react, no matter how horrible the other person is being. It's time for you to move away from this. Get, like, whoever this is, all you have to do is look around you. Please love yourself enough, or pretend that you've moved on. Pretend that, you know, you have so many other options. This person's irrelevant, because that's how they're treating you, Josephine. And the longer you stick around and deal with this, the more personal these attacks are going to feel, when in reality, this person is incapable of really caring about anyone but themselves. It's very obvious. It's in their energy. It's in the air around them, the air of superiority. Shelley, I'm so excited to see you.
Ready?
Hold on. Yeah, no, I just want to go through like, when you let someone borrow something you know you will never get back. Yeah, and it's like, that's their karma, right? And guys, we have so much to learn on this human plane, right? Yeah, please don't forget jivecreations.com, Gemma Jade merch, everything there with shipping included is under $40. JiveCreations.com. All 3 links to my books. Guys, if you can donate, please do. PayPal or Cash App. I've got a birthday party to pay for. All right. Now who is next?
Blue Crossroads.
I said that to someone recently. Not my circus, not my monkey. Is that one of my cards? That's one of the cards. That's one of the messages from the cards. Blue Crossroads. I'm going to use the sign of the times for you. I miss you too. Whenever you're not here, I notice right away. Learn something new every day. Yeah, there's always room for learning. There's always room for growth. There's always room for improvement. But think about it. If someone presents you with, what are you doing, idiot? This is how you do it. You're not going to be as receptive as, oh my God, you're so silly. Let me show you how to do that. Right? Which one are you going to be more receptive to? The fact of the matter is some people think they're entitled to speak to other people that way. And the longer you stick around and put up with it, the worse it's going to get. Abuse is abuse is abuse is abuse, guys. Cutest fungus you've ever seen. I don't know what's going on.
They're talking about nothing. Fungus among us. There's bacon fungus among us.
It's so funny, Melissa, because I say that to RJ all the time. I'm like, dude, why are you talking over me? If you're talking, you're not listening. Mommy is talking right now. And then he'll wait and he'll be like, okay, but can I talk? And I'm like, after you listen. Can't talk and listen at the same time. Well, I can because I'm a genius. I'm like, okay, RJ, like, take it down a notch, dude. Steals from you and tries to sell it to you. My father's done that to me several times. I'm like, Dad, like, it's literally a ring with my initial in it that you bought me a month ago. No, it's not. I'm like, I found it on the street. I'm like, yeah, on you mean on my bedroom floor? Oh, nice. Vixen Doe says, I like Etsy. Got some beautiful First Nation beaded stuff and 2 courses for our pirate events. I like Etsy personally to shop from, but when I tried to do merch through them, it was anybody who bought anything for me, I'm still apologizing for that whole debacle. And that is no shade on Pine Island Research. He really tried. He didn't know how to do it either. He just learned how to do that on the fly to try and help me. So it wasn't his fault either. I'm telling you guys, Jive Creations, it's not the same. It's our friend Arisha, and the stuff is legit. We even did a live unboxing. Yeah, it's very well made. In the next few streams and videos, you'll see me wearing the merch again after I washed it. It's still bright. It's still colorful. It didn't fade. All right.
Yeah, somebody got me a dragon shirt, but I told him I can't wear it until I get in person.
Oh, why didn't you show anybody that stuff?
I'm going to. I'm just waiting for the right. Those pictures he took of me in those looked awful.
Yeah, but I wanted to see how the jacket fit.
Yeah, I know. That's why I sent you the picture. They fit. Everything fit good. So the shirt I got to wash. It was a little itchy.
Well, you have to. RJ broke out in hives because I forgot to wash a shirt from Temu.
Yeah.
So we, as a stream, took some of the donation money and sent our dragon a black full jacket with a red dragon on it.
That's cool.
A black shirt that says dragon, I believe it says.
No, it's got a dragon on it.
Has a dragon on it. Bright blue, because they didn't have any more red ones. And we sent a pocket penguin about this big or a little bit smaller. It's a pocket hug. Yeah, it's a hug. So, yeah, we did that for him because he does so much.
I was trying to take this too.
No. They're like $1.98 on Temu. Tell them to make an order. All right. Blue Crossroads, mirror, reflection. Who are you? You may be asking yourself this question since this card holds an energy of depth and discovery. A mirror, a still puddle, a disco ball. These surfaces all reflect exactly what is put in front of them. And this card is encouraging you to do the same. Take a few moments for yourself and tap into your intuition, thoughts, and emotions. Excuse me. Day-to-day responsibilities can often distract from taking the time to go within, so you have to make the time. I yawned and burped at the same time. Ooh. Sorry. I just chugged the last of my Red Bull. This card signals contemplation and the type of productive reflection that brings epiphanies. You are developing a deeper understanding and acceptance of yourself, which is an amazing thing. And you even said that, right, on Facebook today, feeling confident, more like validated. This can manifest as taking time out for self-care, meditating more often, or writing in a journal. Give yourself grace as you reflect on your life and how far you've come. Just be careful not to fall so in love with your own reflection that you stop seeing the beauty in the world around you and the signs and symbols they're calling out to you, guiding you. Additional meanings. Time alone brings clarity. Develop a self-care routine. Deepen your connection with others. Focus your attention on yourself and your needs. This has been your message ever since the passing of Shauna, right? Focus on yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to know yourself and your wants. Yes, Miss Shelley, please do. You're like, and not just like the physical stuff, like, do I like the color blue? Like, honestly, when I got out of my addiction, I had to remember what I liked doing, because in my addiction, I liked using and then bowling while using, going to the movies while using. You know, I had to rediscover myself. And I think I've told you guys recently, someone was like, oh, you know, people think you're so great and they don't know you. It's like, no, you don't know me, because you haven't taken the time since I've gotten off drugs to figure out who I really am. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. You're on the right path with it. I don't think you're in any danger of becoming self-absorbed or anything like that. The one thing I will say is make sure that you're really taking the time to interpret things like angelic numbers and signs from the universe to kind of hone your intuition, to make sure that you're on point. Now, you have an amazing intuition. You have to for the job that you did, right? So, Shelley, that's because your abilities. So now it's like thinking of intuition on like a spiritual level, instead of just like, is this suspect lying? Is this person being untruthful? You have to focus your intuition on yourself, right? And that's a little bit harder to do. Where do I see myself in 10 years? Is this the right path for me? Should I go left or right at the fork in the road? Focus everything on you right now, and not to a selfish extent. I don't think you could be selfish if you tried. I don't think most of us in here could be, but I think this is the universe just saying, like, awesome job. You're doing amazing. You're learning, you're changing, you're growing, and you're finally spending time getting to know the real you, so that when people do meet you or get to know you better, they're definitely getting 100% Blue Cross Roads. Where do you take fungus on a first date?
I said White Castles.
I don't know. I was going to say Macaroni Grill. I don't know why. New England Dirt Roadie, you know, me too, most of the time. I still sometimes get in that mindset. Like if I go bowling, I love bowling, where I want to use, because that's what I did when I, but then I think about it, and that's not really. That was more like drinking, because when I used, I just used. I stopped going to karaoke for the most part. I stopped going bowling. I didn't go out on dates. I was single. I did not date. I just hung out in my room by myself. Sometimes I'd chill with my dad, and I smoked and used my syringe, and that's what I did. That was my life. So I have to remind myself that like, yeah, I may enjoy it. Maybe won't be the first 3 times, because I'll be sick as a dog. And by the time I would enjoy the physical feeling, I would be so emotionally gone and unable to just stop that it would be this whole mess, right? That's what I have to remind myself. And then I remember, I love being sober. I've never be able to do this stream sober. I've never be able to raise my son while on drugs. And those are the things I have to, like, especially when life gets stressful, right? Because that was my go-to. That's my coping mechanism. I found different coping mechanisms, but, you know, not many of them compare to the physical feeling. But what does is every night I get to lay down next to my son, and he tells me he loves me and I'm the best mommy in the world. And every morning I get woken up with, good morning, beautiful, time to wake up. And that's it. That's it for me. I can die and go to heaven, you know? Was that supposed to be a joke? Where do you take a mushroom? Because I'm trying to think of like.
No, he was. Melissa said that she was some fungus and she couldn't be cured. And Mike said she was the cutest fungus he ever saw. So what do you take a fungus when you go out? I said White Castles. That way everybody gets a cheap meal and you can fungus on the table together.
You go where they hang out, where they congregate. You take them to a fairy ring, right?
Yeah.
Who's next after Blue Crossroads?
Eris.
Eris. All right, Eris. We're going to use the mythical goddess.
Pammy, you get scammed or tried to get scammed?
You've got to be careful nowadays. We have to be more, I don't want to say less indiscriminate, but
just
we do.
Aware. You have to
more
be
aware of our surroundings. And as light workers, as empaths, as people with the kind of abilities that we have to really pay attention to energy. We have to, as a collective and as individuals, stop ignoring the negative energy. We have to stop pretending like we don't see it at the risk of having uncomfortable conversations, right? If you know someone that's an alcoholic and their alcoholism is affecting you, you need to confront them. Not mean like you effing alcoholic, but hey, you drink too much. It frustrates me or it makes me feel this way. And until you can stop drinking around me, I can't be around you. Love you. If you need help, I'm right here. That's an awkward thing to say to somebody, especially in front of people. But you know what? Sometimes that's what somebody needs. And sometimes that's just what you feel compelled to do. Okay? I mean, point blank period. That's how we respect our own boundaries. And at the end of the day, our own boundaries should come before almost anything. It's not selfish to want to protect yourself from people who upset your energy and your space.
Well, Louise, there's nothing worse than a mean drunk. Believe me, I know.
Well, I just use that as an example. But I mean, anything that if somebody is doing something, like I have someone in my life that literally pulled the car over to the side of the road and started screaming in my face because I said, it's a shame what I have to go through to get my medication every month when someone, say, who has diabetes or cancer doesn't have to jump through those hoops. Does that sound insensitive on the face of it? Sure. But it's true. I have a mental illness and a physical disease of an addiction that could kill me if I don't get the medication. So why should I have to be treated like crap garbage, even at 4.5 years off of the drug, never skipped a beat, never missed an appointment, never came up to, with drugs in my system or alcohol. And she got so mad. And this person has never even been directly affected by something like cancer, except for in a third party situation, which was, by the way, we each had someone in our family, the same person, pass away from cancer. You can't tell me it's the same thing. Then this person had the nerve. Now, this person is a raging alcoholic, has to drink, and I'm not judging them, okay? Not judging this person. I love them dearly, and I hope they get help. And I'm sorry I'm ranting, but this is the type of people we're dealing with here, okay? Because we are doormats, perpetual doormats, most of us. We allow ourselves to be. She said to me, I don't know how you went back to the H drug I was doing after being off of it for so long. And she said it so judgmentally, like, how could you even go? That's disgusting. The same way you told me last night you were done drinking and it's 1 PM and we just stopped at the liquor store for you. That's how. Now, I didn't say that, but I would say that today if someone said that to me. I was a really, really fun, happy-go-lucky drunk until one little thing would set me off, and then forget it. Then it was like the end of, like, no, there was no turning back.
It's funny because when I drink, my friends will tell the women and everybody around, okay, he's going to get really, really happy and really loving, and he's going to tell everybody he loves you. And then when I go to the doctors and I go in surgery and stuff, they literally warn the nurses afterward, he's going to be real loving. He's going to tell you how much he loves you.
I mainly drank out. Well, I would get drunk, but it would be like during karaoke or at a party or something where there's a lot of people. I was very social. Once I started getting nasty, though, I would just drink at home by myself and listen to my music, and I had a good time. Right. As long as I didn't pick up the phone. I didn't pick up the phone. Stop. Luckily, my drinking days were basically over when I found opiates. So there wasn't a lot of social media going on back then. It really didn't matter. I think it was like MySpace.
No, it's just I just over loving.
Who in here? I don't think anyone. Well, Nick actually. Nick and I have had some drunken brawls.
Drinking, bro.
Yeah, we have. We would go at it.
No, it's with Greg. Now, the last time I got drunk was with Greg. I mean, fully drunk was with Greg, and Greg is he's like some people we know. He's a little self full of himself and always right, and thinks he's like the most intelligent person. And we got into it one night, and ooh, it got ugly bad.
Harris,
Hey,
sometimes you have to stand up to those people. That's it. What's up, Miss Pixie? Remind me to tell you guys what happened to me this morning and what happened to my mother yesterday and this morning. Eris, you got the card of fire, card number 10, self-destruction in the Mythical Goddess Tarot, which, by the way, Miss Paranormal Pixie sent me. So fire, the 10 of fire. I love these because they can be read as oracle or tarot. Yeah, Shelly, right? Shelly said, same here, Miss Gemma. Have a blast until I realized the other drunks were bigger idiots than me. And that's exactly right. Eris, sun, moon. Oh, nope. I'm sorry. That was number 9. Saturn in Sagittarius. This rattlesnake with her fixed gaze brings her venom of fire as a danger sign that cannot be ignored. An immediate change of behavior is essential, or you will feel this rattlesnake's bite with the venom close behind it. This viper is warning you that you are on a path, Eris, of self-destruction. Your chronic inner struggle has led to exhaustion and debilitating burnout. What danger signs have you been ignoring? You must redirect your will from its destructive inward attack. Are you allowing others to assist you in self-annihilation? Let the powerful transmuting power of Snake turn this behavior around. She is inviting you to align with her fire transformative energy of creation and break the patterns of self-destruction you find yourself in. I'm getting a bit off card, okay? I don't feel like you're on a path to self-destruction, Eris, but I do believe you may be accidentally or inadvertently enabling someone who is. I think somebody is dealing with something like maybe alcoholism or drug addiction or some kind of addiction, habit, compulsion. Could be a strange one. I'm not sure why strange popped into my head. And you're unknowingly contributing to this. And I do feel like you're the type of person who would come out and call them on it. Like, dude, remember when you borrowed $40 from me and I told you it was my last $40 and you begged me for it and said you had to pay your rent, you knew you're $40 short. I know that you gambled that money away. So what the F? That's what's needed right now. I hate the term tough love because I feel like love should never be tough. Aggressive, I would suggest, and I'm the universe, when I say I, me, those pronouns, I'm talking about the message coming through from the universe. The suggestion is be a little bit more aggressive in your confrontation. This is full blown, somebody needs an intervention of some type. And the other people that are keeping their mouth shut that want so badly to say something about this, they're all looking for someone who's willing to do it. That someone is you. The universe is asking you, are you ready, willing, and able to step up to the plate for whoever this person is and to show them with kindness and love and to treat them with dignity, but to also let them know that you've had enough and that you're not going to take it anymore. I feel like you don't really know exactly what's going on, but you could feel like something maybe is. Baby UFO, that's why unless I'm so desperate, I try to never borrow money. I have to be extremely desperate with my back against the wall to borrow money. Eris, whoever this person is, it's okay to tell them that if they don't get their crap together, they can't be in your life anymore. It is not our job to coddle people and to feed in and add to their delusions, right? It's not okay to be a raging alcoholic to where it affects everything and everyone in your life. It's not okay to be an abuser. It's not okay to be a bully. And telling someone like, it's okay. Like I had a friend who never stole anything in my life. And this person, I stole a lot of money from them in my addiction. And it's one of the main things I do have trouble getting past. I've gotten past it. The person has forgiven me. He would say to me things like, I know it's not you. I know it's the drug. Don't worry about it. what was that doing? Giving me free reign to continue to do it, because every time I could just say, well, it wasn't me, and he would go for it. And the enabling, you can't do that here, Eris. Somebody is in trouble. Okay. Somebody that I believe that you care about this person. They're lying right to your face and to the face of others. And it's about time that somebody opens their mouth and confronts them. Again, not yelling and screaming, but like you are. And I'm glad this card came up tonight, because we just said this. You're a bit more brutally honest than most people would be, because you're more self-assured maybe in certain ways. That's a sign of emotional maturity, to be able to just say, you know, not in a mean way, but boldly and with conviction, like, I am not going to tolerate or accept this. You are wrong, period. And somebody needs you to do that. I think that somebody literally could be on the verge of like drinking themselves to death or something here. They're in some kind of really dangerous harm's way. Jules, what's up, girl? Did you get your reading? Jules, come back and we'll do a timestamp for you. Okay.
Yes, I was going to say that.
We'll read for you at the end, and there will be a timestamp. They checked in a pup named Gemma. Oh, she's getting extra attention, of course. I had one person name a dog Gemma since I started this, and someone named their cat Gemma as well. That is so awesome. I feel so special.
You're welcome back.
It's hard not to let it like go to my head sometimes, because I do feel like in my personal life, not just at home, I'm not just singling out one person. I don't get a lot of attention because I spend my days in front of my computer. So sometimes it goes to my head a little bit, but in the best possible way, because I just want to be better for you guys. I want to be more loving and kinder. And Lotus did. Okay, I knew somebody named a cat Gemma, and I believe it was Layla and John that had a dog, or it could have been another cat that they also named. Gemma and Steve were the names.
What was the name?
Oh my gosh. Gemma and Steve, when I was doing the fireside chats, we had a golden whose name was Lady Gemstar Jade. Are you kidding me? Mike, you always do. You guys always do. And I do. I mean, I have someone who constantly accuses me of being narcissistic when I call them out on their narcissism. And I think they're misunderstanding that being proud that 6 years ago I was homeless and drug addicted and all these terrible things and going nowhere fast, to now, like, I'm proud of that. And I do talk often about it, and I do promote myself. That's not the same as being a narcissist, but I think people of a certain age think that a narcissist is somebody who's cocky and conceited, and that is an element of narcissism, but that's just one trait. Yeah, it's one tiny trait.
Okay, ready? New England.
New England Dirt Roadie. I'm going to use the signs of the times. You're so welcome, Eris. This is very weird. The back of all these cards.
Now you're trying to hypnotize me. You can't chain me up and hypnotize me at the same time.
It's freaky. And also, Dirt Roadie, I did not forget that you wanted the Knights Templar guy looking into the woods. And I just was saying, I don't know if you heard me, that when I go to my mom's this weekend, I'm going to find whatever deck that was. And I'm even going to give you a personal with it. So you're covered for August. Blue Crossroads, thank you for recommending your friend, referring your friend to my channel to get readings. She has not only purchased several readings, she's referred 4 different people who have purchased readings. So yeah, thank you so much for that. And you get free readings for the referrals. If you refer someone to me and they say, hey, so and so referred me to you, and they, as soon as their money hits my account, you are put on my list for the next month. You do get free readings. So she's covered for like the next 4 months. Yeah, it's cool because it really does open people up to my channel. That's the way. Oh, I got this really awesome what is it called? Achievement on YouTube. I reached 4 days ago, I reached 30,000 watch hours total on my channel. I remember when I was just trying to get 4,000. It took me 2.5 years of the 4 years and a couple months I've been doing this to get 4,000 watch hours. Now I have 30,000, and I gained like 70 subscribers in the past month and a half. Gemma, if you did my personal, can you email? Yes. Mike, I'm glad you said that because I'm uploading Grey Wolves right now. And when Grey Wolves is done, so yours will be done either very late tonight, more than likely you'll get it in the morning. I don't know if I do have your email. I have your email saved. All right, Netter, let's see. A kid from a dairy farm family, go figure. I knew you were going to get a good one. So, Netter, you got Labyrinth. And it's the card of the journey. Card number 15. What did you guys think of the dark blue hair in the video the other day?
Looked good.
I really liked that one. Labyrinth. Netter, you are on your own path, and the labyrinth represents the simple fact that this journey will take you in many different directions. Unlike in a maze, in a labyrinth, there are no dead ends or wrong ways. You will not always understand the route you are on, but you can either choose to be confused and scared or see it as an opportunity to learn lessons and discover strengths. This sign encourages you to embrace where you are on your journey and resist comparing yourself to anyone else and others. Listen to your intuition and use that as guidance to face any of those challenges. Keep moving forward, New England Dirt Roadie. The gift of the journey is not the destination itself. It's the experiences and lessons learned along the way that have shaped you into a person who is prepared to reach that destination. Like stumbling upon a labyrinth in a park or seeing one incorporated into a logo, this sign is an invitation to embrace the unpredictability of your own spiritual journey and the growth that comes along with it. Additional meanings, a pivotal moment in your spiritual journey. Saturn return, major life changes in career and or relationships, embrace self-discovery. Guys, Venus goes retro on the 22nd. Most people who are intuitives who read Oracle and Tarot are going to be like, no, don't get involved in any romantic relationships. Get involved in them. Just take it more slow than you normally would. Oh, thank you so much. And I got so many of these little clips in all different colors, so I could just change them. Change them as I go. Ghost Dragons, thank you so much for that. Thank you. Like I said, guys, this week is especially important because I've got the birthday party. I've got my son's birthday, my husband's birthday, my mom's birthday on the 13th, 14th, and 18th. So whatever you guys can do to help out, I really would appreciate it. Paranormal Pixie, thank you so much. Guys, you are the actual best. No, Blue Crossroads. Blue Crossroads, no, I didn't have to ask you. I actually sent you the first picture. I sent it before I sent it to Steven because I knew that you were going to really go crazy for it. The pollen, I'm choking on it. Because you actually had mentioned when I was talking about doing something with my hair, you had mentioned blue. And when I put that on, I sent you a picture before I even filmed. I was like, he's going to love it. Lara, Steven, everyone else, thank you guys so much. All right, New England Dirt Roadie, this is a really important card, especially what we've been talking about personally, right? And what we've been doing in our experience of kind of guiding you back onto the spiritual path, okay? I know that a lot of it is very confusing for you, but understand, please, that it's meant to be. It's meant to be confusing because you are meant to decipher and discern what is best for you, which direction you're supposed to take. Now, right now, I know you feel like, to put it mildly, nothing's happening for you. It's like, okay, these attachments were removed. You're spiritually stronger, but you're still physically in the same place. And I implore you, just don't stand still. You have to get out there. You have to make connections with people. And this goes for everybody, but New England Dirt Roadie, you specifically. I believe I told you a week or two ago, I don't remember if it was personally or if it was in the stream here, there is an opportunity waiting for you that is so massive you cannot even comprehend it right now. But if you're not out of your house, you're not going to receive it. It's not going to come from social media or YouTube or anything like that. Now, you may get opportunities that way, but I feel like whoever this is that you're about to meet, it's something that definitely has to do with your destiny. And it could end up changing the trajectory of your path indefinitely, or not indefinitely, irreversibly. But this person is not going to just come randomly knock on your door and ask to use your phone. The universe is testing you to see how far you're willing to go. And what I wanted to remind you is the Fool at the beginning of the journey. He has nothing but that little sapling with the little tuft of clothes on the back of it. And sometimes he has a dog. Okay. As he goes through this journey, he goes through every single card of the tarot. He meets the devil. The tower he's in collapses and he's forced to either crumble to his death or jump, right? But he jumps. He takes another leap of faith. And guess what's waiting for him at the end of the journey? The whole world. Everything he ever wanted. The secrets from the moon are revealed. He's not burned up by the sun. That is the point of tarot. That first card, card 00, is the Fool starting the whole journey through. Okay, and meeting all these different people and learning all these lessons. That is our human experience. This is the universe. And I'm hearing the word imploring you. The universe is, I guess, imploring you to get out there. Put yourself out there. It's painful. It can be very regretful if we meet the wrong people and trust the wrong people. But the universe is telling you, you are in the perfect position right now. You are on point with your instincts. You're on point with your manifesting. You're on point with understanding your spirituality, energy. You'll spot red flags a mile away. You know when someone's lying to you. So why not take a chance? Take a leap of faith and really, really, really believe that the universe will catch you, honey.
Next is Richard Elmore.
Richard Elmore. Richard Elmore, I'm going to use the Oracle of Shadows and Light. I just bought my mom a shirt that says, "Oh, that's cute, honey. Now go grab grandma a beer." We were in McDonald's one day and RJ was getting his own soda. He doesn't get to drink soda often, but when we go out, like Ray takes him constantly to McDonald's for ice cream and hang out and spend some time with him because RJ loves it there. And this woman had like 4 grandkids around her and they were all, "Grandma, grandma, grandma." And she's filling up her cup with Pepsi or something. And he's filling up his cup and he looks at her just like this. And he's like, "Pepsi, huh? Yeah, my grandma's a beer girl." Because my mom loves her beer. My mom drinks Guinness and she blasts music and she has a ball and she's really fun to be around. Stephen, I think you were there a couple times when she indulged. She's great. She keeps to herself. She don't bother anybody. And she's actually really fun and she's in a great mood. But it was just hilarious because she thought it was so funny. And this lady was just dying. Ray turned bright red. I was embarrassed. And then she was just laughing so hard. She's like, "Is that so, young man?" It was hilarious.
It was funny because we were wishing your mom, we're wishing each other happy 4th. She's checking on me, I think. And she said, I said something about, enjoy your beer and have a good time. And she goes, I said, something. And she says, "But does your dad drink? Pop drink?" And I'm like, "Nope. He did in his young days with the boys, but nope, he don't drink. But you can have one for me." And she just started laughing.
Richard Elmore, card number 17, strangely lonely, holding on way too tight. Eris, oh my gosh. Dude,
yes, it is.
I say that. That's what I say. I'll be like, I can't even drink Guinness. I love the taste of it, but it's like having an entire meal, like having a thick red wine like Chianti or something. I can't do it. Absolutely. All right. Card number 17, Richard. Let's see what's up. I don't pull this one often. There are some decks that I've been using for so long that I pulled like pretty much every card. I don't remember ever pulling this one. And if I did, it's not that often. About strangely lonely. This sweet and defiant being holds fast to her Celtic cross, clutching her belief system because without it, she's not sure who she truly is. Perhaps it was given to her by a beloved. Perhaps it represents her family, a loved one, or even aspects of her soul. But the reason she holds on so tight is that she's lonely and has yet to connect with her soul family on a day-to-day basis. There are times in your life, too, when... Nope. There are times in your life when you, too, may be surrounded by people, even those who you call friends, but you still feel extremely lonely amid it all, as she does. You may feel like you need a barrier between yourself and the world, as she does. There is a sense that you feel too strongly your individuality and that you are lonely, as she is as well. Strangely lonely speaks. You are holding so tightly to something that is proving to be a barrier between you and others, which is why you feel so alone all the time. At present, you may find you may need to open up just a little bit and admit that you crave like-minded people around you. It means people who speak to your soul. This does not mean people who do the same things for a living as you or have the same beliefs. You're craving metaphysical and mysterious discussions, and you've got some questions that truly need answers, or at least some sort of explanation or exploration. Sorry. It's time to consult oracles. I am an oracle. The ones that we find when we seek our friends who tell us what they see, not what they think we want to hear. And what you are likely to hear is that you have to let something go. Divination message. One dilemma with living in a world you feel you must protect is that you fear other people intruding upon it, disturbing the delicate balance. So you hold on tighter to whatever you have or whatever you feel makes you you. The truth is, your inner world is richer than most, and it's imaginative paradise or hell, depending on your state of mind. When you receive this card, please just let go just a little and notice how this gives you room to interact and engage with loving others. And this therefore helps you recreate your world anew. It's likely you will choose carefully who you allow in, but at least one person does not, or I'm sorry, but at least one person does need to be let in, and at least one, quote unquote, security blanket needs to be shown the door just for the moment. So what it actually said is, it's unlikely you will choose carefully who you will. I can't read. It's likely you will choose carefully who you allow in, but at least one person does need to be let in, and at least one security blanket needs to be shown the door just for the moment. Richard, this is a really powerful message, and I feel like it's something a lot of us light workers and intuitives are going through right now. I complain constantly. We never go anywhere. You never take me anywhere. Like, for example, to my husband. And I'll be like, I'm hungry. And he'll be like, do you want to go get something to eat? And I'm like, can you just go pick it up? But then I'll complain he doesn't take me anywhere. Or I'll be like, I never get out of the house. All I do is go to my mom's. And when I go to my mom, she's like, do you want to go to the beach for the day? And I'm like, can we just watch TV? You know, that is my security blanket. People hurt. In my experience, people lie, they cheat, they abandon, they hurt. So what did I have to do? Well, like any rationally thinking person, I jumped on YouTube and opened myself up to a bunch of criticism. But guess what? I love what I'm doing today for a living. I'm the luckiest woman in the world. I love my life right now, despite its flaws and the things that I wish weren't happening right now. Richard, I feel like that's what you're being called to do, honey. Just open up a little bit. You know, I'm on the verge of agoraphobic, and I feel like a lot of us are going through this, right? I feel like if you would just open yourself up a little bit to the idea of maybe, you know, finding some people that speak to your soul, like the people in this chat, but in real life. Do you know what I'm saying? Face to face. I was going to say confrontation. I don't know why. Face to face interaction. Richard, I don't know if you even know what this card means right now, but I feel like in the next week or two, you're going to be presented with an opportunity that's really going to take you out of your comfort zone. And there's a big risk here of you not accepting that opportunity or challenge, or even a person, or there's something being handed to you on a silver platter. But you're not going to be handed that silver platter with that golden opportunity on it if you don't first step outside of your comfort zone. You are being called in the next week or two to step outside of your comfort zone. Do something totally unlike what you normally do. Speak to someone unlike the other people around you. Being in a room full of people and still being lonely is literally one of the worst feelings I've ever felt in my life. And I feel that way all the time. I understand it, but it doesn't have to be that way. You have people that you literally, when you were in the fifth dimension, writing out your soul contract, you all decided that you were going to meet together and that you were going to, that's your soul family. And you have so many of them still out there that you haven't even come into contact with yet because you're not putting yourself out there enough. New England Dirt Roadie, that message was for you as well. Louisa, yeah, I mean, a lot of us are like that. A lot of us are.
Okay.
The reason we dislike crowds so much, I think, is because a lot of us aren't protecting ourselves, because we don't realize that the reason we don't like crowds mainly, I mean, crowds are annoying, is because we're picking up so much other people's energy. Most people aren't even aware of it. But light workers, sensitives, empaths, people with abilities like ours in this community, in this chat, we don't realize that, you know, the guy next to us that's screaming and hollering, and the drunk lady over here screaming and yelling, like they're zapping us. They're taking our energy away, and we're getting in a bad mood and feeling crazy. It's not you. You just have to protect yourself from that.
Okay, you ready? Baby UFO.
Baby UFO. Richard, yeah, but you're not alone. I promise you, even when you're in a room by yourself and you're literally the definition of alone, you still have your spirit team, your higher self, your guides, your deceased loved ones, your ancestors. Just because you can't see them and speak to them like some of us can, that doesn't mean they're not there. You can still talk to them, and they still will respond to you in ways that you can understand if you're open and receptive. Extroverts are soul draining. They are, right? One more time. Baby UFO. Okay.
Yep.
Let's do the wisdom of the divine circus. Borderline agoraphobic, happy that way, always been this way. And as long as you're happy, that's fine. When you need to step outside of your comfort zone, the universe will tell you. And some of us are more spiritually aware than others. So some of us will know, we'll hear that, we'll get that intuitive hit, we'll hear that download. But some people don't yet. Some people aren't there yet, and they don't know what's happening. You could feel crazy. You could feel manic. And really, it's the universe trying to push you out of that comfort zone so it can present you with something or someone that will change your life in ways you can't even imagine. And you still take the risk of getting hurt. You still run the risk of getting lied to or meeting a narcissist or whatever. But you're more aware now, being in this community, even coming into the stream once a week, even if that's all you do for your spirituality. It's definitely not enough, but smoochy. But it's a step. You are going to be aware of that energy now. No, agoraphobia is fear of leaving the house. I believe fear of leaving the house. It's not even fear of public places. I believe it's literally fear of leaving your house. Well, after owning Ralphie, I definitely don't. Unfortunately, he ruined cats for me. For now. Sure, I'll get over it.
And I probably ruined dragons for you too.
Got my dragon shirt on.
Yeah, I know. Just trying to make me feel better.
All right, baby UFO. Joker is wild. And Angora Kitty. I don't know. Maybe. All right. Paranormal Pixie said, it's only been recently that I've finally become a happy introvert who occasionally goes out, and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of the world right now is introverted. You guys know that I don't make political statements, and most of you don't even know if which side I lean towards, and I do that on purpose because this isn't a political channel, and I don't want it to lose me subscribers, and I don't want it to make people interested in me, my political leanings. But I think most of us can admit the world's gone a little crazy. Who wouldn't be afraid to go outside? I mean, I don't know. Baby UFO, the universe has a sense of humor, but it's never at your expense. It is laughing with you, not at you. You'll see this for yourself as the Joker weaves her magic in your life, bringing you the grace that is beyond all reason, the necessary ingredient to ensure you win with the hand you have been dealt by life. There's nothing impossible when the Joker appears. Her wild ways can transform a losing streak into a lifelong love affair with Lady Luck. Strap yourself in and prepare for the ride of a lifetime. The Joker has come to you, and the Joker is wild. Unpredictable and brilliant, she brings you a message. You are being empowered to overcome all odds. Baby UFO, you are going to definitely win. No doubts, no dramas, but not necessarily in a way that you're going to expect. She's sending the best possible situation to you even now. It might scare you like a sudden light in the middle of the night, but it will be welcome nonetheless. The Joker is the highest trump, the card to beat all others, no matter how much another may seem to have the upper hand or how many forces seem to be against you. Even if you feel like a lone wolf about to be mauled by a pack of hungry lions, the Joker always wins. And that's That's written in italics. She comes out of the blue and changes destiny from darkness to light. She brings a brilliant solution that ends a problem, the way through that is best and brightest. You probably won't even see it coming. It will probably be in a way that subverts everything you once believed to be true, but it will be a welcome trick by the universe, a loving joke that opens your heart and helps you realize that this vast impersonal universe personally knows and cares for you so intimately and with such meticulous care. Just don't expect to feel in control of the process, for the Joker's wild and moves according to her own genius, but always blesses you with what will work best beyond compare for now and for always. Dude, this is an amazing card. And I don't pull this card often, but I can tell you I've checked in with like 2 or 3 people. Like when I do personals, I ask if you're able to validate it for me, to tell me what's going on that makes these cards pertain to your situation. So I know that I'm accurately connecting with spirit and I'm on the right path and all that. There has not been a single person that did not say this card came true, that this card wasn't exactly what was about to happen in their life, but they had no idea because it hadn't happened yet. It will literally come out of the blue. Just when you think all hope is lost, or just when you start regaining confidence that everything's not going to be lost and that, you know, things are going your way, A, B, and C is going to happen. Guess what? D, E, and F are going to happen instead of A, B, and C, but you're still going to get to Z. Does that make sense? Don't question it. It may seem like things are falling, like it may seem, this is how the Joker's wild usually works, okay? Things go really bad, tragic, heartbreaking, etc. Enter any lower vibrational terrible feeling. Then things start to look up. They look amazing. Then the Joker comes in and it seems like, is everything going to crash again? Oh my gosh, what's going on? And as soon as you're like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I don't care. The minute you actually don't care, you're going to get everything that you've been trying to manifest. So is this the next week or 2? I don't know. That's up to you. The Joker is circling. She's in your orbit. Give it to her. Give the problems to her. Give the manifestations to her. Okay? Pixie, if you need to leave, I think you said you were done with A class, but I don't know if you're done with... I can't remember from week to week. I really can't.
Okay, Vixen is next. And then if Pixie needs to go, she can let me know. I said Vixen is next. I said if Pixie decides she needs to go.
Oh, Pixie. Because you said Vixen is next. I thought you... Never mind.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No big deal. I don't know if I misheard. It doesn't matter. I get what you're saying now. Vixen Doe, let's do the Dark Goddess. They have a new Dark Goddess deck. I don't know if it's coming out or if it came out, but I think it's like Mucho Dinero. It's like
it's just me dragging in lingerie. No, I'm just kidding.
I still need to get For the Love of Dragons. Every time I go to
I thought you got that.
No, every time I go, they're out. I didn't order it from Amazon yet. I've been low on money. Like I need donations. Let me think. I was just gonna say, oh, there's one. It's called like Wishcraft. It's got a little squirrel. Oh, I'm waiting for it. And the Solace Oracle I want so bad, but I'm not spending $40 on a deck. The Compendium of Witches is $38. Those 2 are the ones, the Solace and the Compendium of Witches, and then Wishcraft isn't out yet. But there is another Dark Goddess one I was taking a look at. All right, Miss Vixen. All right, it turned over on itself. You got Oh, I thought it said change. It says changer, the card of obsession. Thought you lost 90 but gained 20 instead. For now. I believe that that's going to go much higher. Just keep staying positive, okay? Don't let anything get you down. Understand that you gained 20. There you go. That is the perfect attitude to have to make the Joker work in your life. Like, positively. When I read with the Divine Circus, this is one of the cards I hope to get. I hope to get Cherry on Top, Joker is Wild, and Lady Luck. Those were the 3. I never get them. All right, Chanje, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, my Jersey English. It is. And keep telling yourself that. And you know what, guys? We have to surround ourselves with people like us who are willing to say, like, if I'm having a bad day, Lotus Girl is willing to tell me, and so many of you, she's willing to tell me, you are awesome. Look how far you've come. You've only got up to go. I'm manifesting your beach house with you. I'm manifesting funds so you don't have to worry about money anymore with you. We need people like that who are around us in our orbit, who, when we start getting down on ourselves, are going to say, you know, like Ghostdragonzw does. So many of you do it. I just picked her out of the top of my head because she's usually the first one to message me when she hears from Steven that something's wrong with me, that I'm feeling down, or like I message him. I don't know, I should just get high, you know, forget all this, I'm done. And within 10 minutes, I get a random message from Lotus. She's like, hey, just checking up on you. And like, I know they spoke, you know, I know that he's concerned and he thinks that maybe a woman would be, you know, that's the old fashioned thought process, but I appreciate it because we need people like that in our lives. And I'm getting emotional, baby UFO, it's very serious, that are going to tell you, don't worry. The universe is going to move for you. This is just the storm before the calm. This is the rain before the rainbow.
As I said, sometimes there's static before you can turn the channel on.
That's a great way to put it too. Vixen Doe. Sean J. Holding on now way too tight. Fixation rules to get it right. Consumes the mind, so let it go. Step back, release, go with the flow. So by the power of the dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. Being fixated on one thing may initially help achieve a goal, but when it becomes an obsession, things can go wrong. Doing everything for someone else, be it a partner or a child, might at first feel good, but who does it feel good for? Children in particular need to learn responsibility for their actions and their words, or they will never be able to fulfill their potential. You need to step back and let people make their own decisions and their own mistakes. And don't get ahead of yourself, because a lot of the time, these cards are a little bit off what the message actually is. It just leads me into it. Don't become the cause of a resentment that will leave you truly isolated. Chanjay knows where such an approach can lead. She urges you to look beyond the one thing that dominates your mind. Remember that life is full of opportunities. If you want to achieve something, then by all means do it. Give it your best, but be equally prepared to let it or them go if it doesn't work out. Dark Goddess Foresight. Is it a particular person really worth all of your investment right now? Take a moment to clear your head, stop worrying, and actually do something about it. Don't make the pursuit of money your master, because there are some things that just can't buy. Heed the advice of those who have gone before you. Yeah. All of those things, definitely true. And if you're dealing with any of that, take the advice from the book. What I am going to tell you, though, is I believe this is you not being able to let something go. That the universe is like, the person who caused you to feel this way, you're renting them space. You're not even renting it. You're like giving them space in your head for no reason. They're not thinking about how cruel they were, how horrible they were. Only you are, because you're the one that was hurt by it. And whether you want to admit it or not, there is something there. I do feel like, too, another aspect of this is somebody is really getting too involved in your life again. I feel like you went through this. We did have this thing, Vixen Doe, where, you know, I don't remember every reading from week to week or the decks, but things come back to me. And I believe there was a time when you needed to make your own decision despite what everyone thought about it, what everyone was thinking. That's happening again. Someone is becoming obsessed with the decisions you make. Be really careful, because that can be a dangerous predicament to be in, where somebody wants so badly to control. You know, this person is like, really, I'm getting like really frustrated, angry. My heart is pounding. Like, they're mad that you took control of your life. They're pissed. And I haven't seen this before in your orbit. I've seen like some narcissistic energy and things like that. But Vixen Doe, be very careful to make sure that you're not slowly manipulated back into old habits that you tried so hard and worked so hard to get past and to break. Okay. Also, again, please let go of the hurt. Forgive from afar. Forgiveness does not have to equal reconciliation. It's not your job to police the way other people behave towards you. It's your job to police how you respond. And getting hurt over something that a narcissist specifically did is like spitting into the wind. You know, it's not going to change them. You just have to take the lesson from it and move on. And if you find someone getting too like detail oriented in your life, dial it back. I would say for the next week or two, don't tell anyone your plans. Don't talk about things you want to accomplish. Just stay quiet. If anyone's asking too many questions, like you can literally tell them they're asking too many questions, or just answer with very short, yes, no, I don't know, maybe type answers, because somebody is mad that you're doing better than them to the point where it's becoming an obsession. They have to one up you or gain back control. This person is like furious they don't have control. I'm actually uncomfortable in my own skin right now because of picking up that emotion. They're pissed. Screw them. You are a strong, independent woman. You are allowed to make your own decisions and your own choices, and you don't need to be under anyone's thumb. You got yourself out of the Eight of Swords, the self-imposed imprisonment. I think it's the Seven of Swords. It's one of the freaking swords. 7, 8, or 9. I think it's 8. Yes, I'm being watchful. I'm trying to be very aware of old triggers and shutting them down. Keep doing that in the next week or two. And you may not see this person coming, this person that's going to try to pull you out of that. So just don't talk a lot about yourself in the next week or two. Don't talk about your plans, your goals, your aspirations. Unfortunately, you can't trust everyone around you right now. Next week, we'll see if that changes. We all want to share with someone, right? Aside from my mom, I really don't have anyone personally, my friend Donna, that I want to share things with, or that I can share things with, people that'll be excited for me and happy. I can't be like, hey, I wrote this today, read it. Is it scary enough? So I had to look outside of myself and look outside of my circle of friends and family. And I met you guys. And now if I really wanted to, I can be like, hey, Ghost Dragons, read this for me. And I've done that with my books. I've been like, and he'll be like, the honest opinion, not manipulating me into writing the book the way he wants to, or saying something. It was just, you're being a little repetitive with certain things. You're repeating yourself. Other than that, it's great. And you have to find people like that in your life. But until you're sure that everyone in your life is like that, don't overshare.
Okay. Smoochy.
Smoochy, smoochy. I'm going to use the sign of the times, baby.
It's the sign of the times.
All right, Louisa, if we call you and you don't answer, we'll just wait for you to come back. Is Angie still in here?
I saw her say hi, and then I hadn't seen her for a while. Angie,
right. Because she wasn't talking, that's why I didn't bump her. But Angie, if you're still here and you're new, I wasn't even sure if you're new. Just let us know, and you can go up in not next, but maybe in a couple. All right, Miss Smoochie, let's do it.
Not that far away either.
Yeah, Aunt Anna, that's what to do. Aunt Anna said, I keep telling myself I'm healthy, I'm strong, like a chant. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. That's great. Sunflower, Smoochie, the card of action. So I got overtaken today. I got really sick. Something must have come out of the woods when I was in the woods the other day. I decided to go on a hike. Normally I'd go geocaching, but I always get lost. I tried really hard not to get lost, but I did anyway. And something must have followed me. I got really sick. I convulsed. I threw up. I peed. It was gross. Something that had souls, how I always tell you guys, if you have an addiction demon, it can't compel you to drink or use, but it can influence you to make worse decisions. And if you die with one of these things attached to you, it will have control over your soul, it will have dominion over you, right? Not just addiction. There are many different things. If someone killed you, things like that. It can happen. It doesn't always, and usually it doesn't. Anyway, something must have followed me. I've been having nightmares about the devil and God. You guys know I'm very religious, and when I start having nightmares like that, it's terrifying to me. So anyway, I went out and there was all this banging. It was like something was banging on my entire house. And I'm on the second floor. My office is in the master bedroom. Right in front of me, 3 feet, is my bed. The wall is right here, or very close. It's a huge room, but I don't have a lot of space that's mine for my work. And my house is made of rocks. Literally, somebody picked up stones and built my house. But something was banging, shaking the house. There were shadows everywhere. And then all of a sudden, all of these little lights came out, and they needed light. They needed to be crossed over. But that thing had to be, it was so overwhelming for me. But one of them stuck around to hang out and to help me. And it ended well because I got rid of the thing that I'm not going to talk about because I don't want to give it power to bring it back. And I got rid of the spirits as well and moved them on. And who knows how long they were trapped in there. But yeah, it was crazy. And then my mom texted me pictures of, I showed them to Ghost Dragons, of cuts. She was cut. She was making a sandwich and her arm got cut. Scratches, clawed like this, and on her side. Doing nothing, sitting there watching TV. I don't know who would cook dinner. I don't know what you're talking about. Smoochie, just as a sunflower shifts its position to face the sun's rays, this card is assigned to head in the direction of that which energizes you. Soak in the nourishment of your passions and the feeling of being alive. Now is not the time to be timid or shy, as if you ever could be. That's one of the reasons I love you so much. Accept invitations for adventure and act on your ambitions. Any uncertainty on whether the time is right to proceed should be put aside. It's time for you to take action and to start making moves. There is also an energy of constant movement in this card, which can cause you to change directions frequently, leading to inconsistency and a lack of progress. Stay focused as you take that next step with intention. Additional meanings, green lights, a waiting period is over. Take the lead, get physically active, and just go for it. I wish. Then again, I don't like people cooking dinner in my kitchen. You don't cook dinner, you don't clean, because I'm just going to come up and redo it, because you're not going to put things where they go. I mean, I'm that person. I am literally that person that will be like, can anyone wash dishes around here? And then the minute I see my husband holding a dish, I'm like, you don't have to do dishes. And I go over and I'm like taking them from him. He's like, I'm just clean. You don't have to do it. He's like, all right. You know, I'm like, can't you put your own clothes away? And he's like, has a stack of clothes. He's walking up the stairs. I grab them. I'm like, no, I'll do it. He's like, but you just, Smoochie, I feel like there's something you've been, yeah, I know. I say that to you all the time. You and I know it. It's just more evident in you, but trust me, I am right here with you all the time. I feel like there's something you've been wanting to do for a long time, or just something you've been wanting to say, get off your chest. There is something here that's big and it's exciting because I don't even think you realize the effect it's going to have on you long term when you finally either take the steps to start doing this or say what needs to be said. Bottom line, like I always say, I don't really believe in tough love, but sometimes we do have to get harsh. We do have to really say what we mean and mean what we say. I also feel like there's a project brewing for you, something you've been wanting to start for a while. Don't talk about it with a lot of people. Someone could be lurking to steal your idea, but more so than that, the universe is saying, as soon as you take the first couple steps towards this with intention, like really start doing it, I feel like you may have, like the universe will back you up. Let's finish that thought first. I feel like also like you may be starting a lot of projects or starting a lot of things or making a lot of plans and then canceling them, starting a lot of things and then stopping in the middle and not completing them. And that's okay. We all do that. It's procrastination. But the universe is saying the next thing you start or the next thing you agree to, make sure you follow through because that's where your opportunity is going to come in.
Nut slap is next.
Oh my gosh, did they? Congratulations.
You're welcome, sir.
Nutslap, I am going to use the Oracle of the Shapeshifters.
I'm going to run away for a second. If the chain will reach the bathroom.
Let's have a toast for the dun-dun. Let's have a toast for the uh-uh. Let's have a toast for the dun-dun. I gotta say it. Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the a-holes. There's a reason. Let's have a toast for the scumbags. Every one of them that I know. Let's have a toast for the jerk-offs that'll never take work off. Baby, I got a plan. Run away fast as you can. No? You said run away. I don't know.
I was totally enjoying it. I was just getting into it.
I love that song. Run away from me, baby. Did you not have to leave?
No, I was just listening to you. I got intrigued. I was engulfed.
That's a great song by Kanye West. It really is.
I like toast. That's all.
Oh, toast.
That was bad. It's time for me to leave.
That's all I had to eat today. I had a 310 nutrition shake and some toast with raspberry preserves and margarine. I'm losing weight, though. I'm losing weight, baby. It's not really on purpose. It's just sometimes I only sit here and work. This is where I am 98% of the time. So I forget that like I have to eat. Like Ghost Dragons will remind me. He'll be like, hey, make sure you eat. Mirror is Smoochie's daughter. All right, Sir Nut Slap. I was watching some Britney videos the other day when she did Me Against the Music, and I was like jamming. I love Britney Spears. I'm a fan. I'm that person that's like, don't talk to Britney that way, you witch. That's me. Oof, nut slap. The unending sadness of looking back, endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, negative nostalgia. Card number 36. Once upon a midnight dreary, I woke with something in my head. I couldn't escape the memory of a phone call and what you said. My mom has 13 grandkids. RJ's the 13th grandkid, born on Friday the 13th. And he's a sun, moon, and rising Cancer. Do you know, like, every sun, moon, and rising has, like, words attached to it if you look it up. I don't even remember what mines are. Pisces sun, Libra moon, Aries rising. RJ's, there's 2 words. Mama's boy. All right. Nut slap. In this card, a young being, a dainty, pale, fragile girl, holds close a trilobite, one of the first forms we know to have lived upon this planet. Tears streak the girl's wistful face. She's not looking ahead but within, and seeing that a plan, a strategy, and a basis for her life to this delicate one. Nope. A basis for her life has not been what she thought it was. The past is still very much alive to this delicate one, and while she lives with this past held so close, nothing of the present or the possibility of the future can reach her now. For now, all is nostalgia and regret, looking deeper and deeper, further and further back. This is keeping her trapped in an emotional prison that is creating her great sadness. The unending sadness of looking back speaks. Your focus on the pain of the past increases its power, so let it go, Nutslap. This early life form wishes you to know that it belongs in the past. It does not want to be recreated again and again and again. It does not have any desire to be the source of your pain. You're giving your energy, your breath, your own life to the existence of one who makes no demands on you. The past has hurt you indeed, but it is long gone. The harm you suffer from now is by your own hand. You hold the very knife that is inflicting thousands of cuts. Put it down. The shadow of the past is feeding off of your energy, becoming a living being when its time has long passed and it no longer even belongs with you. You are offering yourself to the past as a victim, nursing pain and being suffocated. Suffocated. Why did I say suffocated? Represented by this ancient trilobite, the being you have created from the past who wants to be a fossil but whom you insist on bringing to life, your true self wants only to be free and to be allowed to evolve and change. For your own sake, you must allow the past to fade so the wound can heal, so the scar can knit and become a mark of power. Nutslap, you can do this. Divination. Fossils are totems of our ancient past, and the trilobite speaks of the times before Lemuria and Atlantis, an age when the earth herself was being born from the cosmic egg, cracking and open and becoming. Our past is fascinating, our past is rich, and our ancestry is worth investigating. But to live there, to cry because we believe we are no longer at that one perfect time in our lives, is to deny the gifts of the present and the treasures of the future. When this card appears for you, know that you are experiencing an epiphany, that your sadness is now of your own making, for you are recycling the moment in the past when all changed, when your world failed you, and this is preventing you from opening and being fully alive now. This is not a death, but a long, lingering non-life, a twilight life, a kind of way of preventing yourself from the possibility of ever being hurt again. Please, Nutslap, allow yourself to come back to us from this land of unburied pain. Bury it slowly if you must, but place the past and its unrealized promise down and allow your guides to bring you into the beauty of life once again. There is a possibility of experiencing strong and compulsive nostalgia and regrets, thinking about an old issue over and over and over, believing life has robbed or cheated you somehow, and forgetting to glory in the incredible blessings of breathing in and out. There may also be a fixation on past lives and early childhood hurts, an obsession with finding what went wrong to explain your pain. Fight all of it. You will win. I mean, I'm just going to say, like, any thoughts, Nutslap? Listen, we've all been through hell and back, especially in this community. Look at my story, right? Just the things you guys know about that I've spoken about. I mean, there's so much more pain and trauma there. Look at everyone in here and how they talk freely about their suffering and their issues and how they validate the cards, even though they don't have to. They don't have to put that out there. We're natural open books, and that leaves ourselves open to being hurt again and again. We ignore red flags. We don't want to call people out. We don't want to be rude. We don't want to hurt anyone else as they rip us apart from the inside out. But the fact of the matter is, Nutslap, nobody is actively hurting you right now except you. How can we all be so kind and so friendly and so accepting and so loving of and to you and to each other? We perfect strangers after everything we've been through. So you can be that too, and you are that. The problem is you don't see yourself as that in your quote unquote real life. Be the person you really are. Be that person always. And people that hurt you, they have to deal with their own karma, and they have to deal with their own pain and regrets over what they did to you. Why should you allow them to trap you like this? Nutslap, you have to get away from the people, places, and things that have harmed you. I feel like you're constantly procrastinating about it, like you're going to do it next week since 2 years ago. And it's not a judgment or an indictment, because I have situations in my life like that too. We all do. But you have to move forward, and you're never going to move forward unless you actually do. We say in recovery, nothing changes if nothing changes. And I love that. I hate that recovery jargon, but that is one that I hold sacred because it's so true. Start by changing the smallest little thing. Offer forgiveness from afar. Never reconcile. And let them live with what they've done to you. You are in a self-imposed prison. And that's a terrible place to be.
Nothing worse than being in your own jail cell. Been there, done that. You don't want to be there. You don't want to do that. Mike's next. Nick can answer.
They say there is no greater heartbreak to recall in a time of misery, a time when we were happiest. But it could also be the opposite. There is no greater tragedy than to recall a time in happiness when we were miserable, because then we dwell on it and it takes our focus to a place of lacking. We're looking back and we're not focused on that great energy of right now. Living in the moment, literally, and understanding that, yeah, you're going to get hurt and you're going to be disappointed, but that's the point of life. That's why you're here, for this human experience. We are all sentenced to a lifetime of solitary confinement in our own skin, period. You just have to find your tribe. Not only online, though. I think that's the problem. Like, it's a societal issue too. It's not just you, Nutslap. Most of us in here do it. I am so comfortable just being Gemma in front of you guys. I'm stoked. I'm amped. I'm excited. And what you see is me. This is how I am. But I don't act this way in front of everybody for fear of not being accepted, belittled, dehumanized, ridiculed. I can only be myself in here. But I'm branching out. You know, now I'm who I really am when I'm with my mom, when I'm in public, when I'm little by little, you can get over those things. Think of it this way, dude. The people who did it, let them deal with it. They've hurt you and harmed you enough. You've been disappointed enough. And if you feel like the universe or God or who and whatever you believe in let you down, maybe they did. But maybe it was your own expectations and not putting the work in. And I feel that way every single day.
Just remember, yesterday was the past, tomorrow is the future, but today is now. Do what you need to now.
All right,
Okay.
who's next?
Mike Roberts.
Oh, you said that. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Mike needs the deep, dark, and dangerous oracle right now. He needs a little bit of that in his life. Louisa, you know what, honey? You probably are, because we all are. And that's why I talk so much about, you're so welcome. No, Louisa, that's because we talk so much about boundaries, but a lot of us have problems backing them up. And no, it's not that I'm mean with anyone else except one particular person. But the reason I'm like that is because, you know, I'm very frustrated that this person hasn't taken the time to get to know me since I've been out of my addiction, and I'm clean 4.5 years. And this person still sees me, I believe, as an 86-pound homeless addict who hung on their every word and never questioned anything. It's easy to do that when you're on drugs, right? But when I started making my dreams come true, and when I think this person realized I was much more than a puppy that was going to follow them around, they resent it. Even though I still need them now just as much as I did then, and I still love them just as much and more even, because I actually have feelings now. But sometimes it's just not enough. Yeah, Smoochie, same here. Mean to one person. And I would love that. I don't even have your phone number anymore, because when I got the new phone, I lost over 200 and I think 50 contacts. All right, Mike. And guys, if you're waiting for an answer to an email, I am checking them tomorrow. I have not even had a chance today. I got a late start, and then I didn't realize it was Wednesday and I'd have to have an early stop with my work. I didn't even have time. All right, Michael, you got Anubis, the card of respect, card number 25.
Gemma.
Yes, Nutslap, I do. I'm not even sure I have your, I just don't know, because your name will be in there, but your contact won't. Mike, take special care and pay attention to detail right now in all aspects of your life. Respect yourself and respect others. Take the time to guide someone who needs it. You may not like someone, but you can respect their humanity or even their skills. Offer compassion and respect to the dead. The Egyptian gods can appear a fearsome bunch. To our eyes, perhaps Anubis with his jackal head looks fearsome, but that's not the truth. While yes, actual jackals do move among the graveyards and clear the bodies of the dead from the desert sands, the jackal god takes great care of the tender new souls who have passed into the afterlife. When you travel down into the womb-like environment of many tombs in ancient Egypt, the gods seem to live and breathe in the artful storytelling upon the earthen walls. Among them always is the dark, majestic jackal head, signifying the presence of Anubis, god of the underworld and mummification. After preparing the bodies by guiding the embalmer's hands, Anubis travels side by side with the dead to have their souls weighed against Mat, a goddess representing truth and justice, or as recorded in the Book of the Dead. When the cult of the god Osiris grew stronger in the later Middle Kingdom, Osiris took over many of Anubis's jobs as caretaker and protector of the dead. Thereafter, his myths became more focused on the specific embalming methods and mummification processes. The priests of the funerary rites would place a sacred mask of Anubis upon their faces when conducting the mummifications, thus becoming the god himself. The respect, care, detail, and effectiveness in which the mummification process was enacted is still a marvel to this day. Death is something that will happen to all of us sooner or later. The fear of losing our life, of death itself, is something very human. Yet Anubis, with his calm and respectful presence, may be there to shepherd our souls across the divide. To honor him, we can offer the usual stones, frankincense, and gold. However, leaving a respectful gift on a stranger's grave may be a better way to show the heart of the god himself. Plant companion, frankincense. Crystal companion, smoky quartz. That's actually one of my favorites. I just sent Dave Schrader a smoky quartz obelisk. All right, Mike, this is an interesting card. It could signify actual death. And I don't get cards like that often. And also, when I pull Anubis, I don't get that message. Doesn't mean you're going to die, but it could mean someone in your life is going to move on. But I think it's more than likely that someone is reaching out to you from beyond the grave, quote unquote. Spirit is trying to get a message to you. It's an important one because you're at risk right now for going down a really dangerous path. And I feel bad that I didn't read your message before we came in here, but I just didn't have the time. And I hate Messenger. I'll make the exception for you this time, but I usually don't. I don't deal with Messenger because of the feet people. Mike, you're in danger. You're in danger of making the same mistakes again and again, and you're not living up to your potential. And this isn't to make you feel bad. Anubis, death, major change, a winter. Something is changing in your life right now that is going to seem so catastrophic. But actually, when the dust settles, it's going to be something beautiful and amazing and something you're thankful for. The problem with that is, as human beings, we worry and we get scared and we make irrational, rash decisions without thinking them through when we feel like our world is falling apart. Mike, I feel like what's happening is you feel like your soul's being torn apart. You feel like your world is coming undone. And it may be, but that's so that the universe can put you back together more perfect than ever before and standing at a crossroads on the right path with the right people around you. The trick is to be patient through it. Don't not go to the job interview because it's raining out. Just grab an umbrella. Do you know what I'm saying? Sing in the rain, dance in the storm. The message here, at least for the next week or two for you, Mike, is to trust your intuition and your instinct, no matter what, regardless of anything else, but also to trust the universe that everything that's happening now is happening for a reason. And that reason is for the betterment of your life. It's going to bring you're going to be like, you're in the eye of the storm right now, right? When you get dropped down, you're going to be in such an amazing place. You're not even going to realize how you got there. What does Hamilton say? In the eye of a hurricane, there is silence. I don't know the rest of it.
And I'm on mute. Yeah. Actually, I was saying really bad things, but I'm glad I was. Anyways, Nicole's next.
Whoa, Alexander Hamilton, we are waiting in the wings for you.
I told my dad he had to watch this, and he was like, I ain't watching no musical. Your mom's not alive anymore.
I'm obsessed, and I tried to get Ray to watch it. I knew RJ would like it because they're singing and dancing. He fell asleep. I timed it because I knew he was going to fall asleep. 12 minutes. So what I did was about 2 weeks later, I left the closed captions on because he'll fall asleep on the couch and then come upstairs because he has a bed here and RJ and I sleep here. So we sleep in the same room, but RJ took his spot. I mean, obviously, he's 5. So I left the closed captions on. So I knew when he was sitting there, he would watch it for a second, get interested in it, and he couldn't hear the music. He's not deaf or anything, but working around machines, he's been a master mechanic for 50 years, and he has trouble. He won't admit it, but he does. So I knew that if I left the closed captions on, it would catch his eye. And sure enough, I'm like, how dare you watch that? He's like, someone left it on with the captions. I'm like, well, you know, and I knew that was going to happen, but I was like, you watched it without me. But I did it on purpose because I love it so much. I want everyone to see it. All right, Nicole, I'm using the Dell and Await, apparently. I didn't even remember picking it up. Oh my gosh, a group Zoom. Yes, StreamYard can hold up to 10 people, guys, and it's free and easy. I would just have to send a link out because I have StreamYard. I pay for it every month. Well, you guys pay for it with your donations, but. And Edna, you are more than 1,000,000% right. That is absolute fact. Absolute fact. Nothing else right now. Not right now. You know. Just building my Gempire.
Yeah, sometimes the things we do for love.
The things we do for love. The things we do for love. We should do that.
On the chain.
Oh, Peter Pan. Card number 16, Nicole. That's not bad. I live in Neverland with my little fairy Tinkerbell and the Lost Boys. My fiercest enemy is Captain Hook. From time to time, I fly to London to pick up my dear friend Wendy and her brothers. Some fairy dust, a few happy thoughts, and they all can fly with me and get to live extraordinary adventures in Neverland. We had so much fun in here, far away from the adult world. That's why I never grew up. I never will. This I swear. Your inner child is calling you, Nicole, and wants you to have some fun. Forget about the gray and boring world of grown-ups, only just for a little while. There is a whole Neverland to be rediscovered within you. Let go of your responsibilities. Reconnect to your youthful joy. Remember that happy thoughts can truly make you fly. What are your happy thoughts? And what is your inner child begging you to do right now? Yeah, you are definitely in some serious poop. What's up, Jarvis? Emotionally, I feel like you're just going through so much that the universe is like, you know what? I got this. Take a break. Take a step back. Do something you enjoy doing. We were talking earlier about bowling and things like that. What does Nicole enjoy doing? Just for Nicole, not, taking your kid on a picnic or, cooking dinner for your husband. Like, it needs to be something solely for yourself. Another thing I'm getting here is you could be dealing with, there's an energy in your orbit. I don't think it's yours, but I mean, it definitely could be, but I don't think it's yours, of someone who's really emotionally immature. And this person is, could be hurting you. And it's not that they don't realize it. It's that they don't have the emotion. I just heard emotional maturity of a maggot, which that's not polite. Thank you. They may not understand, like they understand that they're doing it, but because they don't feel emotion, they're probably a narcissist. They don't have compassion and sympathy like you do. So they're never going to see your hurt as a problem because it doesn't directly affect them. So while normally the Peter Pan card means go and have some fun, do something for just you, spoil yourself, treat yourself, whatever. And it does mean that in this case, understand that someone you're dealing with that you're allowing, and this is not a judgment. We do this automatically. When someone says something hurtful to us, we get hurt, right? The universe is saying, like, just get away from them. Get away from them because they are not going to stop. They don't think they're doing anything wrong. When you have to tell someone, Nicole, to apologize, that's an issue. They should, even if they don't believe they did anything wrong, if they really cared about you, watching you cry or just be upset or angry about something they did or said or didn't do or whatever, that should be enough for them to apologize, at least for making you feel that way. And you have somebody in your life that's just not like that. So the universe is like, why are you wasting your time on them? Get out in the next week or two and listen, have some fun. And I feel like once you're out having fun, you're going to remember what real life is like, not living in this sort of mental prison where, as I was talking about, you can't be yourself around this person. They will ridicule you, dehumanize you. And I'm not saying if this is your husband or a significant other or someone you have to deal with, someone you live with, say, whoever it may be, your boss, I know you can't just quit your job and walk off. I know you can't just pack up all your things and move your life completely. I know, trust me. But what you can do is start thinking about your own personal worth and at least have an idea. Get back to having fun. Do at least one thing, honey. Go out with the girls. Whatever it is, I don't care. If it makes you smile and forget your problems for a little bit, do it, because that's what's going to be the jog in your memory that, hey, I deserve way better than this. I want to do this with someone that loves me. I want to share this. I want to smile. I want to play. And you have the right to do that as a human being. And the minute you take that first step and you mean it, the universe will start moving for you. Very slowly, but they will start moving. Louisa, let's do sign of the times. I'm starting to shake. I didn't eat again.
Woman.
I know. I had some toast.
Well, I didn't remind you like I usually do.
I had toast at like 3:00. I'm wondering, I'm like, why am I feeling like crazy right now?
No,
it's okay.
Dinner.
I'll eat as soon as I'm done. I'm going to have a big bowl of Cocoa Pebbles. I'm going to make pork chops tomorrow night. So we are going to do chillax and chat tomorrow night, guys. Myself, Ghostdragonzw, and Miss Lara, of course. You're welcome. We haven't done it in a while. I want to talk about what happened to me this morning more in depth. And I want to talk about the attacks on my mom because I need help. I can clear anyone's energy, anyone's house, anyone's spirit, except my own mother's. And that's because she's dealing with a jinn. And I can't, I don't know how. I'm not strong enough. Also, Miss Pixie, I'm sending Arisha and Lotus Girl just a gift box to thank them for everything they did with my merch. And Arisha asked me if I had any charged crystals that would help her lower back. I could do it, but I don't think it's going to be as powerful as if you do it. So, I mean, I'll pay you if you can find some crystals that work for like physical. They all have something physical connected to them as well as metaphysical, spiritual. If you can find something for her lower back and charge it up, I'll definitely pay you. Oh, jacked up on Mountain Dew. No, I'm on Red Bull. Cocoa Pebbles are my favorite, and they have the family size for like $1.99 at ShopRite.
You know, I've been noticing lately on the family sizes, they're full boxes too. There are no air. I was like, I bought some Frosted Flakes and some Cocoa Puffs and some Lucky Charms. And they were all maxed.
I mean, I can eat cereal all day and night. I love it. It's my go-to snack. But, and cherries were $1.99 a pound.
That's
I'm like, yes. But Cocoa Pebbles and Oops All Berries are two cereals that I have in my house, like without fail, nonstop. I use RJ's little bowl that has the straw in it. All right, Miss Louisa, let's see what's up, girl.
Yes, I drink the milk after too.
I do usually.
I don't waste
RJ thinks it's disgusting. He's like, stop drinking your milk out of this.
Giles, he says Giles doesn't put milk on his cereal. He drinks it on the side. I'm like, Giles, why do you eat dry cereal, man? That's gross.
RJ will eat cereal with milk, but he won't drink the milk.
No, Giles won't put the milk on his cereal.
I never did when I was little. My Uncle Benny used to put water on his cereal and just grossed me out. And he would just...
Oh, the grossest thing I've ever seen was when I was living with my oldest brother. He worked third shift. He'd come home, sleep for a couple hours, and wake up. I got up, and I'm watching him, and he pours a bowl of cornflakes, then pours a beer on top of it. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Blue Crossroads, we have to do our video chat tomorrow. So after I get everything done, I have like this morning routine. I get RJ ready. When RJ and Ray leave, I do the dishes. I straighten the downstairs up. Then I come upstairs and get to work. Like I told you last Wednesday, I have to talk to you before I start work because you can ask Steven. I will get lost. It happened today. I will have a note in front of me stuck to my computer right here that says video with so-and-so, and I will look right past it all day and just focus on writing. It's just when I get focused on something, I'm focused, believe it or not, from in here. All right. I'm actually very professional when it comes to my real job, my writing job. Very good card so far, just based on the title, Miss Louisa. This is a brand new deck, but it says medical staff, but it is a card of healing. Louisa, imagine being behind an ambulance, a vehicle literally and symbolically designed to facilitate healing, with a version of this symbol filling your windshield. Originally called the staff of Asclepius, named for the Greek god of healing, this symbol of one snake wrapped around a rod became interchangeable with the two-snake caduceus, The wand attributed to the Greek messenger god Hermes over the years, but its modern day association with hospitals and medicine gives the message of healing. Whether your pain is physical, emotional, or spiritual, this symbol shines light on the healing that has or is taking place in your life right now. Louisa, remember that the healing process sometimes requires us to seek assistance from others. Since healing is not always linear, be patient with yourself. Progress may look different depending on the day and depending on the situation, which is okay. Allow yourself to process your emotions and examine your triggers. Healing is uncomfortable, but once you get to the other side of it, you'll be proud of how far you've come and the knowledge that you've gained, and that's so true. Additional meanings: recovery from heartbreak or grief, past trauma, the ability to help others heal through your experience. Let your friends and family support you. Okay. There's a lot to this card, I will admit. I love my coffee iced. I don't really enjoy hot coffee anymore ever since I stopped smoking cigarettes. All right, Miss Louisa. So what this card is basically saying is it's okay, first of all, to ask for help. Just be mindful of who you ask. I mean, I know a lot of us are like, no, nobody's helped me. Everybody just ignores me. Are you asking? And are you asking the right people? Like, you're not going to ask, for instance, speaking of addiction, a drug addict for advice on how to recover, right? Because that's not what they're doing. I feel like this card is saying that you have come a long way and you're not giving yourself enough credit in getting over some situation. Now, this doesn't mean you're not still in some bad situations, but there are some things, not just one, there are some things actually that you have overcome, and you're not giving yourself credit. You're still feeling, and I'll use myself again as an example. When I said before, I think this person still looks at me as that 86-pound addict. I feel like you still feel like that person in the past. You're not acknowledging or recognizing the amazing strides you've made to better yourself, to better your life, to be a better person. It doesn't matter if the people around you are changing or if they understand your change. What matters is that you understand that you're changing, you continue to put the effort in, and you pat yourself on the back. There's nothing cocky about being confident. I feel like if you stopped and really think about where you were like 5 years ago or 10 years ago, you would be super proud of yourself if you would just allow yourself to be and stop being so humble when it comes to yourself. That humility sometimes it's not a good thing. All right. And Louisa, one more thing. It's like I said, you may be changing and outgrowing certain people, places, and things. And that could possibly be your spouse. It could be one of your children. You know, obviously I'm not talking about minor children. I don't know how old you are if you have kids. I'm just using that as an example. And that can be painful when you realize you have nothing in common anymore with this person and they're not actively trying to get to know you. You can still stay proud of yourself and stay focused. Don't let anyone take your focus off of spiritual expansion, off of trying new things, off of accomplishing your goals, okay? Paranormal Pixie, let's use the human spirit.
I guess I didn't have to say.
I can raid.
Take my job. And
I have Britney Spears in my head now.
I almost bought you another Britney Spears shirt. I didn't because it was too small.
What are you trying to say?
It was in her circus outfit, like the one that you got in the box, but better.
That one was so big, I gave it to my niece.
How about the socks?
I have all of it. I have everything else except the shirt, because the shirt was so big, and I know she's
give me a shirt size. They didn't give me a shirt size on that one.
I'm a medium now. I'm no longer a large, but that shirt was like a 2X.
Yeah, I see. They wouldn't give me usually they give you a shirt size and they wouldn't let me pick one.
It's no big deal. I still have the yellow one that I wear all the time. That's why I don't wear it on stream, because I'm almost always wearing that shirt. If you look at my pictures, I'm the Britney shirt, the red Easter Pennywise shirt, and now my Gemma Jade shirts. I wear them constantly. I wore the red Pennywise shirt on Easter, like, and took Easter pictures in it. So
your Britney shirt, actually, that was only 2 left, and one was too small. And the lady in a cart beside me had the one that I wanted your size. So when she wasn't looking, I switched them.
If you really want to ride a saddle up and get your rhythm, trying to hit a chick in the middle, I'm gonna take I know all of her songs, all of them. I love her. All right. Stop getting distracted, Gemma. You have to eat. Miss Pixie. All my people on the floor, let me see you dance. Let me see it. It's Britney, bitch. All right, can I stop shuffling now? Like, for real? No. Too many hats, Miss Lara, in the shadow position. Card number 36. Everybody needs a hat or two. Look at you, completely hatless, Miss Lara, shirking your obligations. But for how long? Let's go try on a visor. It'll block the shine of that which distracts you. It is easy to get caught up in diversions which are shiny and easy. But you have some responsibilities to tend to. Today, try to stay focused and on track. Do not get sidelined. So this isn't saying that you are shirking responsibilities. Like, it is saying that, but the message coming through is that you are at risk for doing this. What's up, Pooja? So nice to see you again. Miss Lara, you are at risk. I do feel like someone's purposefully trying to distract you. They're seeing that you're doing great. You're finally like on this amazing path. You're proud of yourself. You're happy in your own skin. You're getting out there a little bit more. And someone else is like, oh, no. That's not what she's supposed to be doing. Look over here. It's a kitty cat. That's the type of energy. And this looks like someone that I can't stand. And every time I see this card, I just want to punch it in the face. Take a look at it. I mean, right? Am I right? So Lara, yeah, somebody is purposefully trying to distract you. Pooja, yes. And there's a risk of them succeeding. And let me tell you why. Not because you're that easily distracted. And I think it's just, you're in a really good place right now and you want to help people. That's your mission. You finally found a way to do that. Honey, I am so proud of you. Just your energy is like sparkling, shining. And it always was, but now it's like something more because now you recognize it and you understand what your path is and you're just ready to go full speed ahead. And somebody is not okay with that. And they are trying to, bring you down. Right, Pam? I know you know what I'm talking about. Pam's like, yes. They're doing it on purpose. So don't be afraid to tell someone you can't help them. If you get a bad vibe off of someone, like I had someone one time come to me and say she had a fairy infestation, she needed help. And everything I suggested, she was like, no, already try that. And like, I think she was trying to trick me because at the end of it, she had recorded those conversations and tried to use them as a receipt that I didn't know what I was talking about or doing. She didn't actually have a problem. So that's why every time I was trying to tap into the energy and see what was going on, I couldn't. And I thought I was blocked. I was apologetic. I was very upset, but I was still trying to help. And really what she was trying to do is make me look bad. I feel like you do have someone like that. So if you get any kind of weird or like off energy from someone, it's okay to politely be like, you know what? I really don't have the time right now. Check back in later. They may watch what you're doing. They may come around, like, not that you need them to, but one more friend, one more fan is great. Right now though, I would say only work with people that support you, like with 100% certainty. Even if there's a little bit of doubt, don't dwell on it, obviously, but don't try to help them because you could be falling into a distraction trap and then you'll feel bad. I know this because like I said, I went through it multiple times. You'll feel bad about like, oh crap, I couldn't help this person. Did I not? I didn't learn enough. I missed a message from my guides. Oh my gosh, I could have made it worse. And in reality, they're just effing with you. So be hyper vigilant because you're in an amazing place right now. And people don't always like that. I told you, I don't feel like I do anything offensive on this stream. I don't talk about politics. Like, I feel like this is a very mild stream and I still have people telling me to start a gas leak in my house and make sure all the windows are closed. Why? Because they're jealous. They're jealous that I'm an attractive woman who's confident and who is spiritually aligned and who people like. I can make real connections with people.
And you got the best looking dragon host you could ever have.
And I know a lot of the jealousy stems from Steven. I mean, Avi. Someone else I worked with swore that all the hate was because people thought that he and I were a couple. First of all, everyone knew he and I weren't a couple. And second of all, it wasn't about him. Like, it was not about him. It was about me. Men look at me and think I'm a B word immediately, snap judgment on me, and women do the same thing. Women think I'm conceited, I'm cocky, and men, I've actually been called to my face unapproachable. I'm not any of those things. I guess that's how I look. And it stings. Like, I've also had people tell me, like, oh my God, like, when I look at you, I don't expect when you open your mouth for that to come out. And that's offensive, but I don't think it's offensive, right? Someone said to me a few weeks ago, women that look like you don't also speak the way you do. And he's like, you are a treasure. And that made me feel so good. And I was thinking about it, like, yeah, I had people who would come into my streams and be like, oh, this one's a real B word, and just leave. And I hadn't even said anything yet. They weren't looking to get to know me. They were looking to, put somebody down who couldn't do anything about it. Yeah, Angie, we actually called you because you're new. So you didn't actually have to wait this long, but I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you asked, because I will read for you right now. Okay. This is going to be for Miss Angie. And by the way, welcome. I wasn't sure if you were new or not. Because usually people will say, but it's not a big deal. And I'm sorry you had to wait so long. Normally we don't make
Jules. Oh, I'm sorry.
the new people wait that long.
You're welcome. No, I was going to ask if I saw Jules here just a little bit.
Well, we're doing the we'll do her next.
Yeah, I just trying to figure out where she went.
Angie, you're so welcome. She was having some kind of issue. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
And welcome to the stream. You're always welcome. We're here every Wednesday night without fail. Knock on something, right? We start at 7, and then tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, it's myself, Ghostdragonzw, and Miss Paranormal Pixie, who's in the chat right now. And we talk a lot about the paranormal, the supernatural, and things like that. Everyone, please don't forget PayPal, Cindy Kelly 301, Cash App, $ GemmaJadeYT. Please help a woman out. I warmed up to you, Gemma. I was drawn in by the readings at first. You, though, I still have a picture of it when I wore the socially distant shirt. You were like so mad because you thought it said socialist. Do you mean he wants a reading, Fat Mom? Because I can give him one. Yeah, Angie, you're not going to find a more calm, chill chat than this one. I'm very proud of this. I do talk a lot, so you have to put up with that, but that's because I'm very isolated in my real life, and I'm a writer, so I don't really talk that much during the day.
My day is not complete unless I hear Gemma ramble for at least an hour. Then I know I had a good day. When that's done, I've had a good day.
All right, Angie.
Knocking again.
Yeah, all over the house.
I just heard it about 4 times.
You got the peacock. Let's see what it says. I am choking on pollen. Jersey accent gets them every time. Flaunting is painted fan. No. Flaunting its painted fan of brilliantly colored feathers, the peacock is associated with beauty, boldness, vision, prosperity, royalty, spirituality, and watchfulness. Angie, this opulent spirit moves with grace, confidence, and a sense of its own grandness. Its harsh voice may seem incongruous with the rest of its beauty, but the peacock reminds that we are all a mixture of traits and qualities that some may admire and others may abhor. We were just talking about this. Lore surrounding the phenomenon of peacocks killing and eating poisonous serpents suggests that things we fear may be used to transform us and strengthen us. Messages: self-love is a radical act that defies society's standards and boxes. Rather than focusing on things you perceive as negative, honor your whole self as a beautiful being, quote unquote, flaws and all. There is bold glamour magic in physically altering our appearance. Makeup, fancy dresses, costuming, and other physical touch-ups can all have a deeper, positive impact, especially when we're feeling down or dissociated from our bodies. It's perfectly fine, Angie. to put on a display and show off from time to time. That's why I wear my hair pieces, girl. Rather than seeing this behavior as hiding reality, view it as showing the world who you really are inside. There are times when it's important to be quiet and subdued, and times when you need to be loud, bold, and dramatic. Inner vision and spiritual perception will reveal to you which time is now. I will tell you which time is now. It is time to be bold. Angie, I don't know what's, you're new here, and normally I take like every reading and I kind of put it together and I get to know everybody. So I hope to get to know you as well. Your readings will be much more in depth once that happens. Now, there's something happening in your life where I feel like you really want to speak out. So it could be something you're dealing with of the way someone's treating you, or just the way someone's behaving in general. So this person, I can like hear them. Like, it's so funny because I hear a gruff voice like, bah, bah, bah. And that's like what this person sounds like. When this person starts talking, everyone's just like, ah. There's someone who it's like they refuse to see you as anything more than less than. I feel like regardless of that, it's time for you to do what you feel is the next step without taking into consideration every person that's going to have a problem with something. I'm just using this as a silly example. Say you've always had long, straight black hair, and you decide something as small as you want to dye your hair blonde, and you go and you pay for it with money you earn, and you dye your hair blonde, and you're feeling confident, you're feeling sexy, you're like, yes, I'm gonna go get it. And then, your significant other is like, why would you do that? You look horrible. How would that make you feel? So insignificant and small. You have someone that treats everybody like that in your orbit. I don't know who it is. I don't know how close you are to them, but you definitely know them, and their focus is on you. I feel like the universe is saying, speak up. You can say what you mean and mean what you say, but with kindness and love. You don't ever have to be loud, obnoxious, brash, right? Like this person is. The universe is looking to see how you respond. Are you going to let this person bring you down and get you down, Angie? Or are you going to be who you know you are inside? It doesn't matter if that person thinks that you are who you are. I used this as an example earlier. I was like, there's someone in my life who I'm so close to and who I love so much. They still look at me as who I was 6 years ago. They haven't gotten to know Gemma, the best-selling author, the writer, the oracle reader. They take no interest. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop being who I am and stop learning more about myself at 40 years old. And that's what the universe is saying. Don't stop doing what you feel is right for you because others are looking at you, even if it's more than one person. You are on the right path. The peacock says, strut your stuff. This could be about something physical, maybe thinking about changing something, like I said, like your hair or something more significant. Don't let other people dictate. I feel like you've been letting other people dictate, how you behave for a really long time, but it's in minute ways where like most people wouldn't see it. Like you want so badly to join the conversation and disagree because you disagree, but instead you sit there silently and nod your head and because you don't want to be rude. The universe is saying you don't have to be rude to speak up. It's time to walk away from people, places, things, situations, relationships, and situationships, etc., that you have outgrown. Step into your power, Angie. It's time for Angie to be who Angie really is deep down inside. You're not the same person you were a year ago. I feel like you've come through some form of trauma or major transformation in your life, and people just don't want to accept it, that maybe they don't have as much control as they used to. You have a very controlling narcissist in your life. Their energy is disgusting. I cannot stand people like this. Honey, it's really hard to break out of a narcissistic cycle, whether it's in a love relationship or not, okay? You be who you are, who you feel you were meant to be, and you make your own darn decisions. And if this person doesn't like it, they don't have to. You're not living for them. But the universe is saying, if you continue this cycle of allowing others to control you in this way, even in small ways, and not speaking out and standing up for yourself, you're diminishing your light, which means opportunities for you to grow and expand and walk your actual spiritual path that you charted in the fifth dimension with your soulmates and your friends and your whole spirit team. you're not going to get anywhere near it. If the road is to the right and that's the road to your destiny, so many people controlling you are going to keep you on the left. You're not even going to see what's over here. Please, please understand that other people's opinions of you do not make you who you are. It's your opinion of you that makes you who you are. You don't have to accept narcissistic abuse. And let me tell you one more thing. Little advice for me to you, something I deal with every day. When you deal with a narcissist, I know it's hard because they make you so emotional. Only speak in facts. You did this. You said you were going to do this and you didn't do this. Not, I feel this, you hurt me. It's not going to work. They don't care. All you're doing is giving them supply. I know it's hard. Honey, back away from it as best as you can. Neck it, Bob Berkins. Angie, that wasn't part of your... I think naked. Behold, Mike J, Ted Branston. Yeah, you're late for the party, but I'm here for the party. That's mine and Smoochie's song. And I ain't leaving till they throw me out. Gonna have a little fun, gonna get me some, you know I'm here. Smooch, you ever heard that song, Here for the Party by Gretchen Wilson? Listen to it. We're gonna karaoke it when I meet you. Who's next?
Jules.
I'm in the middle of giving this really serious reading and I just yelled naked. I don't know why I did it. I don't know.
Naked.
Eric M, what's up? Angie, you're so welcome. And please come back anytime. We're here tomorrow night at 8 Eastern as well. I'm sorry, who was it? Jules?
Yes.
We're going to use Dark Goddess.
Thank you, Ted.
Good. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you for the donation, super chat, super stickers, and PayPal and Cash App. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Long Island Bigfoot.
Hey, Long Island.
Jules, I can't believe you asked that. Jules, can you tell me why you asked me that question? And I'll tell you why. Remember, you know how I told you we're brain connected, you and I? I'm going to explain something to you. Why did you ask me what I did with Hedwig? Because there's a situation with Hedwig currently. He's missing.
Did you freeze? You froze. Gemma, you froze. Gemma froze. Uh-oh. She brought it up and she froze. That's weird. Wow. She brought up the out and it froze. Oh my God, Ghost. Hey, by the way, Bob, thanks for popping in the other night. That's weird. Gemma, you there? Are you there, hon? Text me. You froze. Boom, boom, out with the lights. I have to text her. Oh, there we go. She's coming. Give her a minute to reboot back in. Thank you very much, Ted. And all those who chip in. That it does help. Believe me. She looks like she's seen a ghost. Yeah, she was looking at me. I can be scary at sometimes. Dragon did? Yeah, I do every day. It's always me, man. It's always me. Eric Mana and Eric M. Oh no, I don't help. I just keep a list. She keeps me on a pretty tight chain. No, but we appreciate you folks coming in. Just give her a minute and hopefully she can pop back in. I was kind of hoping she... Oh, here we go. Okay, she had to reboot. She lost power. Well, I don't know. I could go look at the the radar like we were doing Saturday night. At the end of the night, I was giving everybody a weather report. I think some people liked it. Air us. Hey, I can't help it. I said Eric and Eric. I meant Zairs. Sometimes my R's don't always work, but then again, my mouth sometimes don't always work either. So someone needs to pull out a crystal and make a wish. Gemma, bless her heart. Yo, give her a minute because they had lost power. Just about daylight here. My day is almost done. Oh, really? Where you at again, Ted? You like over the ocean and through the woods? Long Island Bigfoot. What's up? Good old behold, Mike. Just went to the site to check out. It says it can't calculate the shipping. Ghost Dragon. Calculate the shipping for what? Wait. Did I miss something there, Anna? Just went to the website. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah. Hello, hon.
That was scary.
I text you
You
back.
guys see me? I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
No, all we can. This is what we saw.
That was it?
Just you staring into the camera.
I said, I don't know what's happening. And then the lights just went out and everything was off. Oh my God, that was scary.
Are you guys getting storms?
No, there's like literally nothing going on. And the Wi-Fi is still being weird. So it should reboot in a minute and be good.
Yeah, give it a minute.
Yeah. It was the face of fear. Yes. I was like, that's the last thing they're going to see because I thought you guys could hear me. I was like,
my thunder was a little much. She froze again. Oh, you poor thing. Right at the end.
I really hope that I don't have to end. I hope my Wi-Fi stops acting up. Let me unplug it from my TV and get through these readings.
Yes, you're fine because you only got Jules, Pooja, and Eric.
And Ted.
And Ted. I'm sorry, Ted. I didn't mean to.
He forgets someone every week. It's no big deal.
Well, it's to be expected.
Oh, it's so fat. I hate when I have to stand up. All right.
Oh,
skinny from here up and from the bottom of my waist down. Skinny legs and skinny body. All right. Thank you. Long Island Bigfoot as well, if he wants one. And Jules, I was asking, Madison, you missed a few people, hon.
No, Madison, I called her, but she never answered, so.
Okay, so we'll do, Madison, you can be last, and if you can't hang around, we'll do a timestamp. So, no, it's okay, Ted, no big deal. Jules, I was asking why you asked about Hedwig, because I cannot find him. I have a mom bod. I said it in the Shadow Person book. I talked about my mom bod. Okay, let me get through these. Jules. That was scary. Oh, Jules, you got Gaia.
We just thought it was weird because you started to talk about the owl, and then all of a sudden you're gone. You're froze. I figured the owl came and took you away.
Jules can't. Yeah. So anyway, Hedwig is not at my mom's, and he's not here. So I don't know where Hedwig went. I'm really upset because I love that owl. I was very attached to it, maybe unhealthily so. But as soon as we started to talk about for that to happen, that does not happen in my house. I never lose power.
That's wild.
By the way, guys, thank you for all of the PayPal donations. I didn't see what they were, but I saw that some came in, so I do appreciate it. Jules, makers of dreams, creators of life, same rule for children, man and wife. Intention and focus are the key to live and prosper happily by the power of the dark goddess in me. Protection in place, blessed be. Ted Branson, thank you again, and to everyone else who donated tonight. Do you feel like you're in the middle of a storm with chaos unleashing its fury all around you? It's all too easy to get sucked into the dramas and traumas of those around you, whilst others seem to have such high expectations of you. So, as usual, you take care of their needs before considering your own. Time to take accountability of your life and put yourself first, Jules. Mother Gaia calls you to manifest all that you wish your life to be and to take care of you. Understand how the elements weave through your daily life and take a good look at everything you've created so far. That's right. Everything that's happening to you at this present moment has been created by your thoughts, your words, your actions, and your feelings. Gaia reveals what lies beneath the surface and reminds you that you have the ability to create or to destroy. It's your choice. You're being distracted from your path. Another one, distraction. Jules, time to focus on what is truly important to you. Be true to your beliefs and yourself. Don't give in to the demands of others. Set clear boundaries. Be responsible for your actions. Seize the day and create the life you want. I was laughing because Long Island Bigfoot, thank you so much for coming in. And like I said, on the 13th, I have my son's birthday. The 14th, my husband's birthday. The 18th, my mom's birthday. The 17th, the trip to Wildwood. And the 16th is the Chuck E. Cheese birthday party. So after that, we'll get together and I will make time to come on your channel because I really want to. I'm laughing at Bob because he was like, it was the face of fear. You guys didn't see it. I thought you did. It really was. I was like this. I'm afraid of the dark. I'm terrified of the dark. So, Jules, this card is saying something that you already know. I mean, putting other people's needs first. And that just doesn't mean doing things for people. That means not holding them accountable. That means taking responsibility for the way they behaved. Kind of like someone who does when they're being abused. And it's like, well, if I didn't make him mad, he wouldn't have given me a black eye, right? My Wi-Fi, I don't know what, I got to move it again. I moved my Wi-Fi box and I thought it was working better, but it's not. Those are ways that we enable people without even realizing it because we're just trying to be nice, right? Why cause an argument when we can just sit silently and idly by and watch people run all over us? I mean, if we don't say anything, it's polite. No. Stand up for yourself, hold people accountable, and if they don't like it, then listen. I have someone in my life as well, not so much anymore, but there was a long time where they were like, stop posting that on social media. You know, that's between us. And it's like, listen, buddy, if you don't want people to know how you're behaving, don't behave that way. Right? If I tell, just as just an example, it's not something that it may or may not be something that happened, but like say someone called me a bunch of names and made me cry. And I write it on like Facebook or I mention it here that they did this person, I mention them by name and they hear it and they're like, why do you have to tell people that? You know, why do you have to tell our personal business? Well, I'm sorry. If you don't want people thinking that you're the type of person that verbally assaults, you know, your friend, your wife, whoever, don't verbally assault your friend, your wife, or whoever. Jules, that kind of stuff is not on you. The way people treat you is never your fault. The way people treat us is not our fault. We cannot be accountable for other people's actions, words, decisions, choices, physical activities. You can't, it's not, stop putting it on you, Jules. That's what I'm trying to say, honey. You're only responsible for how you react and respond to those things. It's time for you to start speaking up and speaking loudly and clearly and telling people what you're willing to accept and what you're not. There might be an awkward moment. So what? They don't like what you have to say? Too bad. They don't get to control what you have to say. Because I'm sure if you got to control what these people or this person had to say, they wouldn't be so horrible to you. Be assertive. It's hard, Long Island Bigfoot, for like light workers to be assertive because a lot of us conditioned ourselves to feel like it's rude. From a very young age, I know with me, I was trying to be invisible. Like if I could just not be seen, nobody would bother me or yell at me or harass me. Like just, and a lot of us are like that. We find ways to like protect ourselves in this little shell. Like if people don't see me, people can't judge me. People can't be mean to me. We're adults now. It's time for us to be responsible for our own actions and hold people accountable for theirs. And I do have to blow my nose. I'm so sorry. I know some of you think this is gross. I can't help it. I'm congested with pollen and I have to open my window. So I have to get up one more time, but I will be right back. Sorry, guys.
You're fine.
It's a very weird night.
Yeah, it is.
Because I had my air conditioner on. I'm sure you guys heard it. It's like 100 years old and it's like, I didn't turn it back on.
Sounds like my dad walking across the floor.
Oh, Ted Branson.
Go ahead and do
facts.
Yes, that's true. Go ahead and do Pooja. Pooja, if she's still here.
So light workers need to not work in the shadows. And it is. It's so true. Pooja Gupta, are you still here? Long Island Bigfoot, where we're from in our area, we're state neighbors. You know that? So there is ragweed. I've never had allergies in my life. The ragweed is killing me. I've been choking on it all night, and I've had my windows closed. New York, New Jersey, we're like overrun with ragweed. I didn't even know what ragweed was. Like, I don't have allergies. It's just, wow. There are pros and cons and to hiding our true selves, Eris. That's absolutely right. But listen, we have to know the difference between not saying what we want to say to avoid conflict and to just kind of let things, it's not that important. When is it important for us to speak our minds and be ourselves? And when is it not? I draw the line at someone trying to control what I say. I draw the line at someone trying to tell me what I can and can't say in my streams, what I can and can't talk about, what I can and can't wear. If you don't want to compliment me, I buy a new dress, I feel pretty. I put one of these on my head and I feel beautiful. And I tell you I feel beautiful. If you don't want to agree with me and you just want to belittle me, that's on you. I don't even need to say anything. That's fine. But when I see someone, you know, when it gets to the point where like someone's picking on me and constantly doing it, I will hold them accountable for their words. Absolutely.
Hold on.
When is it avoiding reality and when is it avoiding conflict? That's the question. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I'm sorry because you were talking important stuff. But she's having problems on the site.
How so?
She's having problems checking out.
Give me 1 second. I will message. You're trying to get the guy in the basement tea and the dragon cup.
Oh, that's so nice.
I know. I'm going to message her right now.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I want to see Gemma's stuff sell, not mine.
The money, that is my stuff. It's my merch.
I know. Oh, yeah, that's true. What you need is one with Gemma, a dragon on a chain, and you holding the chain, walking me.
We're gonna have an oracle deck soon. And I'm sorry to ask you if it's typing a lot, but what is the specific problem? Pooja, this is you now, honey.
Yes.
And remember, I'm like a couple seconds behind YouTube, so
just bear with her.
All right, Miss Pooja. The Creatrix, and it's the card of creativity, card of 10, number 10. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for buying the merch. Thank you. We have over 2,000 views on it, so people are at least looking at it. If you don't want to get something with my face on it, you can get the haunted house. You can get the dragon stuff, or she will do things. Okay, got you.
Yeah, it's a new site, so give it time. It's going to have its kinks and its bit.
We had a little kink the other day with checking out with the shirt. She had it fixed within 2 seconds. So it's not, you know, if you want to, please go back though, give her like until tomorrow to fix it. And then please go back and order. It does make a huge difference to me. And I appreciate it more than I could ever verbalize. She actually just put those on there and she does so much. And she did this whole website for me, this whole merch line for free. I didn't pay her anything. And she just did it. It was like, I was like, oh, I want you to do my merch eventually. And next thing I know, I have this whole merch line. So
she's so awesome. Those sisters, I tell you what.
They're, oh my God.
They're blessings in disguise.
I think the three of us, someone called us the charmed ones and I kind of stuck with that. Pooja, what creative idea or dream is ready to be nurtured and birthed into being? She wants it even more now. Yeah, please. I just messaged her. She'll get to it either tonight or tomorrow. She has a lot going on, but go back tomorrow in the afternoon sometime and it'll be fixed, guaranteed. You're so sweet. Thank you. Pooja, I apologize. Here we go. Regardless of the physical stage of life you're in, the creatrix invites you to get your creative juices flowing, whether through writing, painting, music, gardening, or beyond that. While maintaining the childlike wonder of your maidenhood, she invites you to step into your full motherly feminine power, to turn your airy, idealistic, and hopeful dreams into earthy material abundance. Inspired by the Empress card in the tarot, the epitome of the mother archetype, mother goddess, and Mother Earth herself, this young woman is activating her creativity on a moonlit night. Creativity is in itself a form of magic, with a K, as it manifests an inspired idea, thought, or image from our mind's eye into the physical plane. Yeah, the charmed ones. While the triple goddess aspects of maiden, mother, and crone are often associated with the actual physiological stages of a woman's body, these stages are also metaphorical and psychological. This young woman is on the cusp, both physically and spiritually, or transforming from the maiden to the mother. As a previously wide-eyed, lively, and curious maiden, she stands at the threshold of becoming a creative, abundant, fertile, and immensely powerful mother who courageously risks and sacrifices herself to bring new life into the world, whether this be a career, passion project, or birthing an actual child. Like the little spider weaving her web, the maiden is about to weave the magical web of her own destiny and become the powerful mother, empress, and creatrix she is meant to be. So, yeah, Pooja, this is actually a really great card, and I'm going to explain to you why. Paula's here. Okay, so Pooja, is there something that I feel like this goes way back though. It's not even like a recent thing. I'm seeing like something from like childhood or several years ago, right? So when I'm channeling the dead, when I say this person's recent, then that means that they're, the last 50 years. And I feel like this is a recent, relatively recent dream, meaning since you were a little kid, there's something you've always wanted to do and or experience that you just haven't yet. It's like you haven't gotten around to it, or the opportunity hasn't presented itself. If this is something you want to do for a living, okay, if you want to become a water painter, I don't know, like I'm just thinking of something ridiculous, but I'm sure you have a dream. Like my whole life I always wanted to be an author. I didn't care if I was bestseller. I just wanted to be a published author, not self-published. Made it come true. I'm bestseller. Yes, that's since as far back as I can remember, since I ever picked up a book. This is something like that. I feel like though you may have this grand idea that like it's going to instantly happen, and you have to take steps to make it happen. You have to don't quit your day job, right? Start as a hobby. The problem that I'm seeing is there's someone in your life, just like I was saying to Angie and to a few people. What's up, Paula? I've been saying to a few people all night, there's someone who just is like not having it. It's like they want you to stay stuck in this idea that they have. Like, for instance, if it's your husband, he's like, no, you can't do that. Like, you have to take care of the kids. What are you talking about? As though you couldn't paint and take care of your children. There is someone who doesn't believe in your dream, and they've been holding you back because you believe enough in them that you're listening to what they're saying. Pooja, it is time for you to follow your dreams. Put yourself first. That is not selfish. That is actually the best thing you can do for the people you love, including yourself. Because when your glass is full, you're able to give water to those who need it. If you just keep giving water, you're going to have an empty glass. You're going to have nothing to pour from. Pooja, it starts in the mind. Okay, wake up every day and be grateful. Say it's painting. I don't know what it is, but say it's painting. Be grateful that you're able to paint for an hour today. It starts in your mind. Start writing it down. Write as if you've already accomplished this. The universe will put the right people in your path, but you have to step away from the people who are telling you you can't do it. It's a stupid idea. What's wrong with you? Get them out of your life. All of us need to take this advice, okay? Myself included. If they don't believe in you, then screw them. I'm feeling really passionate about this because it keeps coming up, and I know how that feels, how heartbroken you can be when you're so proud of yourself and the person who's supposed to support you is doesn't even care. But we have to move past that, because that is literally the enemy trying to have these people like working through them to keep us back so that we don't accomplish these amazing things in the world. The collective needs what you have to offer. Dead balls accurate. In the eye of the storm, been saying those exact words since I was in my 30s. Well, it's true. Who's next? Pooja, go for it. And don't let anyone tell you not to. The universe
Ted.
will provide opportunity the minute that you believe in yourself.
Something's
Ted,
wrong. Yeah,
what?
Ted. My chat's not going through in YouTube.
It's all wonked out tonight.
Yeah. Ted is next. And yeah, it does. And I like the way it wraps around too. It looks really cool that way.
Oh, and Anna, for the first 15 people who make an order, if you send me a picture, I won't post it if you don't want me to or anything like that. If you send me a picture of you wearing the shirt or something like that, or drinking from the cup, I'm sending out small gifts, or I'm giving free reading. So just as a little appreciation token that, you know, I'm not like this major YouTuber who's Gemma Jade, right? But you're doing it to support us, and that's what matters to me. Okay. Ted, right?
Yeah.
You got Aphrodite, the card of vision. It's actually a really good card. And I'm going to have to draw another card for you. This is a card that has me pull another card. When you choose this symbol, Ted, it means that no matter what you lose in your life, something better will replace it. One day in my house of night, there will be a beautiful young vampire who will lose her mark but gain great vision into the future. Even if the loss feels devastating in the moment, you still have so much to gain. If your question is about the future, you have to choose another card. The magical vision that you will receive here gives you the temporary power to see the future as a vast place full of possibility and potential. Your next card will provide insight into the conditions ahead of you. To know the future is to be prepared. So definitely, I did pull another card, but let me explain this one. Definitely going through, my chat's not moving either, guys. Okay, so I'm going to refresh, but my chat is not moving. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, Pooja, thank you. Yeah, you may feel like you're losing everything right now. And if you're not, you are going to feel that way. This is just the universe making room for better things, Ted, okay? It's okay to be hurt, but please don't dwell on what is going to be lost or what you're losing, okay? What is lost. Focus on what's going to come in next, because let me tell you something. What's in the future for you? What's ahead? What's your next card? Success. Okay, those are the two cards. So you must celebrate now as I do, for you have achieved success. You haven't achieved it yet, but it is coming in. You don't even see it coming. You're content right now. There are some issues. You're like, I don't know how this is going to work out. Everything is going to feel like it's falling to crap. Accomplishments are yours now, and you're in a position to reap the rewards of your hard work. The symbol of success reminds you that hard work pays off. Being true to yourself and refusing to compromise will yield good things. Choosing this symbol is a wondrous sign that all is well in your life. Now remember, all will be well because this is your future card. This symbol requires you to keep working hard lest you lose the knowledge you have gained. Now is not the time for slacking off. Keep going and celebrate even the smallest victory. Be proud of yourself as I am proud of you. Remember, everything you choose now will come to be realized. Choose wisely. Ted, this is saying that, yeah, major changes, honey. And some of them may hurt, you know, or they may be painful, or they may make you angry. But look at what's coming in for you. Success. And the universe, like if we have so much toxicity, drama, trauma, negativity surrounded and attached to us, there's nowhere for like we only have so much energy. Our aura is only so big. And that's where we fit the personal people in our lives, the things that we do, our energy, our spirit, our feelings, emotions, thoughts, etc. Right? The universe has to pull things apart in order to fit other pieces in. If you think of it like that, it's like a chess game. You have to remove the pawns in order to get to the king. And you are almost there. The problem is you're very, very attached or connected to the pawns, right? You may no gain without pain. You may lose something very valuable to you or someone very valuable to you. And you may feel like, I feel like this hopelessness. But Eris, exactly. If you trust the process, you're going to come out. You're not even going to see it coming. Like even with these cards in this message, this is going to fly right by you until it's right there in your face. And then you're going to be like, oh, if I didn't go through that, this wouldn't have happened. Who's next?
Okay. I think Eric left. So we're going to go ahead and do. Oh, I screwed up. Eric. And then do Long Island, Bigfoot, then Mark Riley, Paula, then Madison, and you're done.
Yes, we got to get Paula done. It's her first time, but she's almost here. Eric is actually here. So let's wait for Eric.
Eric M. Oh, there he is. Okay. Hello, Eric.
Eric, YouTube, as Long Island Bigfoot said, YouTube is broke AF right now. I don't know what's going on, but so Eric, this is for you. Paula, welcome. I was just talking about you before and saying how you did so many referrals for me that you have readings coming from me up till, I believe, August, September, October. I do appreciate that, the referrals. I'm doing half price readings, by the way, guys. Long Island Bigfoot, you already purchased one for August as well. And I'm starting them early so that we don't end up in the middle of August and you're just getting your reading. I'm doing my best. I have to do Ghost Dragons and Baby UFO, but I'm doing tarot for Baby UFO. I don't know what happened tonight, how I lost power. There's nothing even going on. There's no storms or anything, but it's really hot outside. It's probably like 88 degrees right now, and it's 10:30 at night.
I'll be honest. My chain got stuck on the light switch, and I flipped it off.
You blew the fuse? That's what it felt like, a fuse going.
Really? But, did it just come back on?
No. You know what's weird? My overhead light came on. These lights didn't come on. The air conditioner didn't come back on. The Wi-Fi turned back on. But I know that this room and the hallway are not connected by a fuse, so it couldn't have been a fuse. Can't get into the fuse box anyway in the basement because you can't get down the steps, though.
You would have known, too, because the whole house would have gone.
Okay, Mr. Eric. Oh, okay, no problem. But, Paula, I'm really glad you're here. Thank you. I get so excited with new people. Even though, like, I know you and we have a personal relationship now, I still get really excited when people come into the stream. This is what I love to do. This is my passion. And the more the merrier, always. Ted, Skull of Light. That's why if I turn people away, like if I'm like, I just can't do it, I'm too tired, I either have something I really have to do or I'm not feeling well. I do, Blue Crossroads, have fuses and breakers, but I also live with a collector, so I can't get to anything. I can't. I'm sure he has a way to get to it.
You say that.
Can they go bad or something?
Yeah, they'll go out every so often. Not all the time. It depends on how updated your fuse box is.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
But when you say collector, there's a movie called The Collector.
I know. It's not like that. I know. People still have fuses. Honey, my house was built by a crazy, mad scientist, German engineer in 1954. I have secret passageways. I have rooms in my walls.
Such a cool house.
I can, if I walked into my walk-in closet right now and crawled on the floor, I could crawl down into my basement. And in the guest bathroom downstairs, if I open the laundry chute, there's a whole room in there, inside of the wall. Multifaceted Jules, thank you so much. It is important. Thank you. I love you guys so much. There's also this thing that, like, if you lift it up, it's like a cement cinder block thing. If you lift it up, it just has rungs that go down into the ground. It doesn't lead anywhere, and it's not big enough to fit more than one person standing up. So I don't know what it is. All right. Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. My cabinets, he handcrafted them from trees outside, and the ceiling in my dining room they're trees on my ceiling, like full-blown trees. He used the tree trunks and put them as the ceiling.
Look nice.
My house is badass.
Smoochie, not Bone Collector. There's a movie called The Collector where this guy, Smoochie, look for the movie The Collector. That's all I need to say.
All right, Ted. Yeah, it is kind of creepy. You got the Skull of Light. We can stay in the dark, exist only in the midnight hours, but shining the torch, the victory is ours. As the famous psychotherapist Jung suggested, knowing our own darkness helps us cope with the darkness of others. Taking the time to quote unquote know thyself and to seek understanding of our more destructive or shadow natures can lead to huge happiness and much less anxiety. The idea of being shown the way in the most difficult of times and always knowing that we are never alone in the darkness are the keys to this magical element. Light is usually a comforting thing, yet sometimes we do not really want to see the boogeyman under the bed. It's too scary, too big, and we know not how to defeat it. Yet, by simply shining the torch upon such darkness, the victory is ours. Should the Skull of Light enter your life, know that it's time to open yourself fully to the clarity of bright illumination. Allow yourself to be seen, to see, and to act upon what is shown to you. The time has passed for hiding, for pretending, and for swallowing our discomfort by accepting the status quo when it really doesn't suit us. And this is what I've been saying pretty much all night, Eric. I'm sorry. I think I may have said Ted. I'm sorry. I'm fuzzy. Eric, this is saying exactly what I've been saying in the past couple of readings, or there's at least some element to it. It's like the theme for tonight, where we have to start speaking up for ourselves. And this is not about, I mean, it could be, but I don't see it being about like making a political statement or like trying to talk someone into Jesus. This is about saying, look, this is what I want to do. Those who mind don't matter. Those who matter don't mind. I say it all the time. If somebody is not going to support you or love you or be your friend anymore because you don't want to help them move, because you want to go work out at the gym, guess what? That's their problem, not yours. The universe is saying, don't let anyone hold you back. I mean, this happens all the time where like at the end of the night, this theme kind of pops up and it's like reading after reading is like the same thing. That's not me messing up in my job. And that's also not an accident. It's a synchronicity because the universe is trying to give us all this message. Stop being whipping boys. Stop being doormats. Learn to speak with kindness and love, but also with dignity, and make people understand that they are going to be held accountable for their actions when in your presence. Now, with that being said, there is an opportunity here for you to do something I feel that maybe you've been working towards. There's something big coming in for your life, Eric, that I feel like you've been working hard for a long time. This may be a promotion at work, but I see it more as like they're showing me job in the front and then to the side. So like a side project or something you've been working on, like you've been, writing your memoirs or something in your spare time. It's something you've been doing in your spare time that's going to end up being incredibly lucrative in the near future if you are able to put yourself in the right situations to meet the right people and accept the right opportunities. Now, how do you do that? By telling other people to F off if they don't like it. Plain and simple. Maybe not in that language, but it's like, oh, okay, you don't think I should do this? I appreciate your advice, but I'm going to call the person now and accept. Right on point. Thank you.
Okay.
Blow up. Yes.
Now, Long Island didn't want a reading, right?
Long Island, you don't want one tonight. Okay.
And then just go ahead and do Madison. You're done.
All right, guys, just so you know, Long Island specifically, sometimes people just come in and they're like, I don't want a reading. Don't not get a reading because you think I'm tired, because one more isn't going to hurt me. You're so welcome, Eric. Thank you for coming in. Thank all of you guys. I just want to check real quick if Arisha got back to me. She's probably sleeping. She's so busy. She does so much.
That she does.
I thought I worked all day. That girl is, yeah, she'll get to it tomorrow. And please go back and my aunt. Okay, yeah. Thursday. Sorry, guys. This is important because it's getting late here. All right.
Long
Madison.
Island. Okay, wait, before you do Madison, Long Island said he'd do one.
Long Island, we're good. Trust me. One extra person's not going to break me. Eric, thank you so much. Thank you. You guys have been amazing tonight. Jules, I did get your PayPal. Thank you. This is what helps me have a new deck almost every week and pay for StreamYard and all that stuff, guys. So it doesn't really go much in my pocket, but I do appreciate the help because then I can keep the streams going. All right, Long Island, I'm using Alice the Wonderland Oracle.
Why is it on there?
Oh my God, I just realized the date. I know why things are weird. I know why things are weird today. Do you guys remember Call Me Mr. Flintstone?
I was just going to say something, but
yeah, it's been a year. I didn't realize because I didn't find out until a month later. It's not, today's not the date, but it's getting close. All right, 43, Manage to Be Glad. Card number 43, Long Island Bigfoot. You know, New England Dirt Roadie, I can put his letters together and call him Netter, but yours I can't. It would be like Libfoot. All right, Libfoot. That is such a goofy smile. Her Gemma. You can tell I'm tired because I'm getting silly. All right, you got it in the upright position. I wish I could manage to be glad, the queen said, only I never can remember the rule. You must be very happy living in this wood and being glad whenever you like. The queen is almost berating Alice, imagining her to be happy whenever she wishes, thinking that the business of being happy is simple. As the queen, she feels it's not simple for her, but she wants to manage to be glad. Except, as she says, she cannot remember the rule. Is there a rule to happiness? Is there a way to manage to be glad? When this card comes to you, there are two possibilities, just as there are two slithy toves in the painting. The first is that others assume your life is simpler, easier, and that happiness comes more readily to you. There is the implication that they have it harder and must struggle to be happy. This is not the case at all. Your happiness has been earned. In some ways, you've created it by directing your thoughts and impulses toward the steady creation of happiness. The second possibility is that you must learn how to be happy. Having joy in our lives is not just good fortune, circumstance, or temperament. It comes through the careful management of our thoughts and deeds so that we nurture the possibility of joy and move ever closer to happiness. Do not let others steal your joy, Long Island Bigfoot, or imply that being joyful means you are not as serious, deep, or hardworking as they are. Happiness is often really hard earned. We must find it amidst the most troubling of challenges. Alice has learned to do this despite being lost and everything around her being so incredibly unpredictable. We too can manage our happiness and defy those who claim it's more difficult for them. We can all do this no matter our lot in life. Divination, your happiness is in your own hands. It's something which can be managed, nurtured, and grown. Acknowledgement that life can be very difficult and challenging, but you are being asked to grow the happiness you long for out of your magical will and desire to feel joy again. I feel like you are happy, and I do feel, Long Island Bigfoot. Yeah, the chat's broken, guys. I don't know. Something happened when my computer reset. I'm sorry. I feel like you are happy, and I feel like you're making great strides in something that you want to do, whether it's in your career or in a hobby. Maybe it's even with your channel. I do still feel that jealous energy where someone's like, oh, he doesn't even have to try. He doesn't, it's like, how could anyone possibly think that? I know that a few people that I know think that because I'm an author and because I'm on YouTube that I'm rich. They're always talking about like, oh, look, she bought this and she has money. And I really don't. I'm broke. I'm just, I have just as much money as anyone else, or just as little. I'm not rich at all. I mean, that's my aim. And I feel like some people are looking at you like that. Like everything you got was handed to you. You have to understand that even when people say stupid things like this, it shouldn't affect you. Don't let it affect what you're doing, because that's exactly the point. The universe is testing you to see if you can see past that and understand that you have worked hard for everything you have. Don't let anyone take that away from you, because the minute you allow someone else to take your happiness away, to take your pride in yourself and your accomplishments, diminish your accomplishments and take your pride and happiness away from you, you're giving your power away, and you're not going to continue to succeed, because you're constantly going to be focused on what all of these other people are saying. What's up, Paula? The chat is broken, just so you know. There's something weird happening. Long Island Bigfoot, keep doing you. Don't listen to the haters. I feel like you could have this little influx of people kind of trolling you, messing with you. I do feel like this has to do with YouTube for the most part. Just ignore them. I know it's hard, and words can like deeply hurt your soul. Trust me, I know. I'm told all the time to start gas leaks in my house and roll in front of trains. And it's just like, it used to hurt me, but now I'm just like, wow, like these people have no idea. Like they literally have no idea. Like live my life for one day, you would never be able to do it. And I feel like if you can just keep that in the back of your head when all of this starts happening, it's going to be like the next week or two through July. There's going to be this influx of kind of hatred aimed at you, but it's misaligned. These people are just looking for someone to pick on, and you seem to be doing well, so they're going to choose you. You're fine. If you need to vent, I'm here. Good night, everyone who's leaving. There's a few of you. I'm just going to read for Madison, and we're going to head out tomorrow. Chillax and chat at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Don't forget, please donate to PayPal and Cash App if you guys can. Book links, Kindle and paperbacks in the description box, and jivecreations.com. If you had an issue, I did text her. I'm sure she'll fix it as soon as she gets up in the morning. She is very diligent like that, so just go back. All right, Madison, we are going to use the new deck, the Signs of the Times. I just realized that's a rhyming word, as RJ would say. Signs, times, rhyming word. They don't like light and love channels. No, they don't. And here is why. I recently apologized to a narcissist, and I was sincerely sorry for what I had done. I didn't do what I did out of spite. I had told them, if you don't do this, I'm going to be forced to do this. And I told them this for weeks and weeks, and they didn't do it. They just, yes, yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. So I did it. I moved some of their stuff to a different spot. And the spot, it happened to be raining. And it rained on the stuff. So I was yelled at and screamed at. And I said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get your important papers wet. But I had been mentioning that, like, this stuff doesn't belong in the kitchen. It was like this whole big thing. So after like 4 or 5 weeks of complaining about this, I finally did what I was threatening to do. I enforced my boundary, right? If you continue to do this, I'm going to do this. And I actually did it. And I know this person didn't expect it. So never had a notification from my channel. Make sure they're on. You may not have them on. So anyway, I said, I'm sorry. And he's like, your apology is crap. You don't even mean it. And I understood it in that moment that, yes, this person really does think my apology doesn't mean anything. And do you know why? Because his never does. Because certain people are always thinking in ways of spite and how to get someone and how to use this as a weapon. They think everyone thinks that way. And when you're genuinely sorry for something, they can't comprehend. Ted Branson, I don't ever delete comments. I don't look in the comments that are held for review. They do have that. And they're like the most innocuous comments. Like I don't know why YouTube does that, but I'll have to check. Make sure you're subscribed still. You may not even be subscribed, or if you don't have notifications on, YouTube unsubscribes people like crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, and it hit me in that moment. I was like, oh my gosh, he really thinks I'm not sorry. Like, he thinks that I spitefully did this, even though for 5 straight weeks I had told him I'm going to do this because I have to. It wasn't me picking. It was something I had to do. I needed the stuff out of the way. Boxes of random objects, expired food, and paperwork, etc., don't belong in the middle of a kitchen. And I just wanted them. I just wanted to be clean. I had nowhere else to put them. So anyway, and exactly, and that's because that person can't comprehend that someone actually does care enough about other people to be sorry. Oh my gosh, that's like trophy comment of the night. So many good people are waiting in the wings to find you, Gemma. You are a legend, and Ghost Dragon and Lara too. Thank you. I can't wait to come on your show. It's going to be awesome. I love meeting new people in the community. I really do. And you've been so cool. I don't know how you stumbled in here, but I really enjoy your company. I enjoy all your guys' company. Ted, I will check the held for review comments. They put the weird, someone could be like, hi, Gemma, long time no see. And it's like held for review. It's so weird. Card number 23, Madison, my favorite number. It's the moon. It's the card of emotions. And as most of us know, in this community, the moon also means secrets, and you could be dealing with cancer. A cancer, not the disease cancer. Although the moon is most visible at night, it can often be spotted in the daytime sky. The same can be said about emotions, which can be hidden yet also faintly present or clearly defined at unexpected or inopportune moments. This card encourages you to feel your feelings and express your emotions. It's like everything that I've been saying all night. Once again, bottoms up or boils down to the last card. Emotions are sometimes mistaken for weaknesses, but they are an essential part of being human, and there is strength in allowing yourself to experience them fully. From happiness to sadness, enthusiasm to rage, no matter what the emotion, you are entitled to feel how you feel. If and when you feel comfortable, open up to a friend or someone whom you trust. Emotions are meant to flow as they come and go, holding on to things that create burdens and even lead to physical ailments. Releasing this energy prevents them from becoming stagnant and stored, which can affect your mood and cause unpredictable outbursts. Feel empowered to express yourself, Madison, which can improve your confidence and ability to communicate your feelings to others. Add additional meanings. Tell others how you feel. Release pent-up emotions. Moon phases are affecting your emotions. Pay attention to how you express your emotions. Seek emotional support from friends, family, or professionals. Madison, again, it's, oh my gosh, I love Unidentified. He's awesome. We had him on Chillax and Chat one night. You should come on. You should come on Chillax and Chat or Afternoon Talk. Madison, first of all, someone's keeping something from you and it's going to be revealed in the next 2 weeks, week or two, maybe in the next month. I feel like you already have like an intuitive hit that something is very wrong with whatever this person is telling you, and it's a bunch of crap. But I feel like you're so conditioned, Madison, to just be a quiet girl. Don't say anything. The universe is saying, like, the only way for people to start showing you respect, unfortunately, because of the people in your orbit, is for you to demand it. Not by you respecting them and expecting that, you know, treat others the way that you want to be treated. No, this person is not going to do that. This person is using you for a source of supply. And when it comes out that that's what they're doing, whatever it is, whether they're cheating or I don't know what's happening here, or how you're connected to this really negative energy, the universe is saying the longer you sit idly by and sit quiet, the longer you're going to feel in all of this pain. You have to stand up for yourself. We have to, all of us, hold people accountable for the way they behave, for the way that they treat us when it's affecting us. I mean, I'm not going to get involved if my neighbors are arguing, but if I see him hit her, I'm going to say something. But if my neighbor says something nasty to me, I'm going to hold him accountable and say, listen, you can't talk to me like that. Like, who do you, you know, and you can do that kindly and with dignity. And when you do it like that, when you don't rage and you just like express like, hey, you can't talk to me like that. I don't know how you speak to the people in your life, but I'm not whatever you want to say. If you say it like with dignity, it's still expressed in kindness and love. Yes, Craig O'Donovan, they are a suggested donation, but I'm actually done. I end at 11. Madison, it's like, if you don't say something and stand up for yourself about this, it's going to continue happening. Point blank, period. Now is the time. The universe is giving you the perfect opportunity to be, you can be hurt. You can be in pain. Okay. You don't have to suffer in silence. The person who did it to you should be held accountable by you with kindness and love. You don't rage. You don't hit them. You don't, you know, Ted Branson, only as far as your conscience allows. I want to welcome you. I do end at 11 and I don't go longer than that only because like I have a small child. And so it's from 7 to 11 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday nights. And welcome. Please come in. We do chillax and chat tomorrow from 8 to 10 p.m. But yes, the readings are free with a suggested donation because I do work. But it's a 1-card pull. And yeah, I never miss. That's all I'm going to say. Guys, thank you so much. I'm going to head out of here. I'm so hungry. Thank you to everyone who came in, all the new people, Angie, Paula, Craig, and all of my regular little gemstones. You guys are tremendous. Thank you so much for all of the donations. And don't forget jivecreations.com for Gemma Jade and Ghost Dragons merch. All right. Have a fantastic night, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, let me get out of your hair.
Oh, I'm done.